that box score real quick. Let's get to that box score. How many hits did they get? Milwaukee had 3 hits. Oh, my Lord. Boyd started. He went 4 2/3. Palencia got the win, and then they went to the bullpen. They went Palencia, Pomerantz, Keller, and Thielbar. They got 3 hits. I mean, they allowed 3 hits. Chicago had, obviously, Horner had a huge night, 3 for 5. Tucker, the DH, 2 for 3. They had the 3 home runs. This is what they do. Bush, didn't he lead the game off with a home run? Then Tucker, and then Ian Happ. And PCA, Peter Crow Armstrong, and Dansby Swanson and Shaw at that bottom third of the lineup is dangerous too. I like the Cubs. I do. Saturday night, 8:08 Eastern time, locked and loaded. And then we get the Cubs and Dodgers in the National League Championship Series, and the winner of that series obviously moves on to the World Series, opposite either Seattle or Detroit, which will be determined tonight, Friday night. That's where we are with baseball right now. So let's just say, our final 4 is, I said Seattle, Detroit. I meant to say Toronto and the winner of Seattle and Detroit. Someone just texted me real quick and said, give your head a shake. Wake up. Yeah, I quickly forget the Blue Jays. And there's a team right now, despite a few key players being hurt, I think you have to look at them as maybe the favorite to win the whole thing. But Milwaukee, a 97-win team. Home field Saturday night, and you don't feel confident. You just don't. And how about this? Brewer fans, to add insult to injury, they look in the visitors' dugout, and there's their old manager, Craig Counsell. And he gets a lot of vitriol aimed at him, which is great. That's what sports is all about. But you got to remember, Chicago and Wisconsin, Chicago, Milwaukee, Green Bay. You got the Bears and the Packers. That's a great rivalry. And now you got the Brewers and Cubs. And I hear the Cardinal fans say, well, it's not really a rivalry. No, it's a rivalry. Those Cub fans will be there tonight, Friday night. There will be motorhomes. There will be tailgating tomorrow. Wisconsin football is big there, but they're not very good. They play Iowa, and the game starts at 6 or 6:30 in the Midwest, Central Time Zone, and they'll watch a half an hour of that just to prime themselves for the baseball game. Cubs-Brewers is huge tomorrow, not only in Chicago, not only in Milwaukee, but the upper Midwest. They'll be into it, trust me. They'll be into it. All right, let's get to, I teased the college football. Why don't I mix the college and the pro football together and just stay on a baseball front here momentarily to just address a couple things. I mean, a lot of rumors swirling in New York about Aaron Boone. I don't think the Yankees are going to move quickly on this. They don't have to. They'll wait till after the World Series. I think this is going to be the result of Hal Steinbrenner, Brian Cashman, Steve Swindoll, Aaron Boone, his representatives getting together and coming to an understanding. Do we break this up? Do we call it good? Do we get the amicable divorce and you go your way and we'll go ours? They're not going to hire Don Mattingly, but they're, Bruce Bochy's out there. He's long in the tooth. Don't forget the Twins are looking for a skipper. The Orioles are looking for a permanent skipper. There's, there's 5 or 6 jobs open. Colorado's looking for a manager. And we'll see about the Yankee job. If the Yankee job opens up, there's going to be some big names floated in there. But if you really think about it, how many of the big names are going to want to, if they're not tied up already, are going to want to even entertain that? I mean, Cora's not going anywhere. He'd never jump from Boston to New York, and it's just not going to happen. And don't look now. He might be one of the, if not the best manager in baseball. He is right there. And the Red Sox are close. They are close. But that fan base is a little antsy, too, because you got Bregman, who's a free agent. Did you see where who else? A couple of other guys. Bregman for sure. And then, Chapman, they re-upped and extended him. He had an unbelievable year in the Red Sox bullpen. They hope he can duplicate it. And then Bellinger today, he opted out of his Yankee deal, $25 million a year. He opted out, and he's going to get $35 million plus per season. Think about that. But the Yankee situation is going to start with how they evaluate Aaron Boone, and that could go either way. Anybody that says they know doesn't, unless it's Hal Steinbrenner, Cashman, or Boone himself. Something tells me they might finally say, you know what, this is a good time to cut the cord. So we shall see. All right, we're coming back here on Sports Overnight America Weekend Edition. We're going to do college and pro football together. Take you to the top of the hour. Don't go away. Coming right back.
Life insurance is one of those things that just about everybody needs, but few people actually have. Hey, if you die unexpectedly without life insurance, guess what? You'll leave your family with even a bigger mess. Life insurance will help replace your family's income. It'll help cover burial expenses. Life insurance can even help pay off debt like credit cards and medical bills. Life insurance can even pay for college. And if you own a business and you die, life insurance can help your business from collapsing. It can even help cover estate taxes. Life insurance has never been more affordable and needed. Plus, you can always shop around even if you have a plan and save some money. So call the Life Insurance Quote Line right now for free pricing information.
800-915-9654. 800-915-9654. 800-915-9654. That's 800-915-9654.
Every champion has a team behind them. And for thousands of families without insurance, Christ Clinic is that team. At Christ Clinic in Katy, Texas, they provide high-quality, faith-based health care to people who can't afford it, because everyone deserves a shot at health, no matter their income or insurance status. Their doctors, volunteers, their mission, rooted in compassion, their impact, over 10,000 patient visits every year and growing. But they can't do it without help from fans like you. If you ever cheered for a comeback story, this is your chance to be a part of one. Donate today at ChristClinicKaty.org and help them keep the doors open for those who need it most. One gift can be the difference between surviving and thriving. Christ Clinic in Katy, where health meets hope and faith goes to work. That's Christ Clinic Katy, spelled Katy.org. Team up with them today.
My fellow Americans, let the message ring out that from this day forward, when you buy American, you buy the best. Handcrafted, something premium, something pure. For this is the very essence of what our servicemen and women gave their lives to protect, and by God, we shall not allow their sacrifice to be forgotten. It's time to show the world just how great American can be. And we will not wait for tomorrow to come. We will stand here, this moment, together, and we will start today. Don't ever forget how great it is to be American.
Please stand by for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network on the Live 365 Network and the Live 365 app.
Hey, yeah, let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure.
Number 8 of the Youngstown Patricians high school football game of the week right here on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. We greet you from the home of the West Branch Warriors, where tonight they face the Alliance Aviators in this critical Eastern Buckeye Conference matchup. Mark Means, Dave Clark, Michael Rickard here in the press box, Matthew Craven back at our studios in Struthers. And Dave, this is a big one to determine who's going to win the EBC.
Yeah, this is the one that's on the line tonight, and we're ready to see something that, as far as upset. Can we get one tonight? I don't know, but I just read something on my phone that a lot of people are picking the Lions.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Both teams are 6-1. Both teams are 2-0 in the Eastern Buckeye Conference, but the last 5 games have gone the way of West Branch in this matchup between these two schools. And I did some quick math before we got here. An average of 46-26. So West Branch has won by an average of 20 points the last 5 years.
Yeah, and you know, just from my observation of, I looked at that you had, and then I looked at that score when you sent over that information, and just seeing that they're able to put on points on the board at a high level, I'm going to say it's going to be a hard task to take them to a defeat tonight.
For the Alliance Aviators, they are averaging 30 points per game, giving up 16.5 points per game. West Branch averaging 41.2 points per game, just giving up 9 per game. So I don't know. Do we see a high-scoring game or do we see a low-scoring game tonight?
Yeah, and we've had things like this where the stats show this should be a big-scoring game. We had a low-scoring game. You're exactly right. So will the defenses be a big part of this? I think so. I think the team that plays the best defense will come out on top.
It is time for us to take our first break here on the pregame show. When we come back, we'll hear my interview with West Branch head coach Tim Cooper and the Cleveland Cobras Coaches Corner. That is coming up next here on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC, find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
We are back inside the Coach's Corner, brought to you by the Cleveland Cobras with Coach Cooper of the West Branch Warriors. And Coach, you come off an impressive 62-0 shutout over Marlington last week. You have to be pleased with the way your team is playing.
Yeah, I think we're getting better every day, and each week, we're showing what we're improving on Fridays. So our kids have taken all the coaching that we've been giving them, and they're continuing to work hard. So we got to keep improving if we want to have the continued success.
Now, I know a lot of attention is drawn towards offense and a lot of points, but you've got to be exceptionally happy with the way your defense is playing, averaging, about 9.1 points per game given up.
Yeah, I think, we put a lot of time into the defensive side of the ball, and it's a part of our mentality as a program, being physical and playing fast. And our coaches do a great job putting our kids in positions for success on that side of the ball. And our kids have really bought into that the last several years as we continue to improve as a defense and a defensive unit. So, our kids are playing well on that side of the ball right now, and hopefully we can keep it rolling.
On the other side of the football, Coach, 3 turnovers on the season in 7 games. That's got to make a coaching staff very happy.
Yeah, we're going to preach ball security, and we take time every week about ball security and decision making and things like that. So we've got great players on the offensive side of the ball. They've done a great job of carrying out the fundamentals of the game. So it's definitely helps us, puts us in positions for success on both sides of the ball if we're not turning it over.
Tonight, Alliance, a team you've had a lot of success with recently, but this is a high-powered team that can also put up some stops on defense as well.
Yeah, they're a very talented group of kids. Coach Goodman does a great job with their program. We have a lot of respect for them and what they do on offense and defense. We're looking forward to a great challenge and a rivalry game.
Have you noticed any difference in play or the things you have done now that you're playing on that beautiful new turf at home?
I think that, we're a little bit faster on the turf, that's for sure, than we were on the grass. It kind of highlights some of our stronger players and what they've been able to showcase with their athleticism with that speed. It's just been super convenient for us as far as like our practice. Our Monday through Thursday is just so much quicker. We operate at a different pace by being on the turf and getting out there with all the different. I think it's also making us smarter as football players. Having hashes and numbers and sidelines and different landmarks on the field has been really beneficial for our program.
Finally, Coach, what is a key to get a victory tonight over Alliance and defend home field?
I think the biggest thing for us, we want to win the turnover battle. Both teams do a great job of not doing that, not turning it over. We want to convert in the red zone, and then winning the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball is going to be important for us. And then limiting explosive plays. I think whoever has the most explosive plays probably wins.
Coach, appreciate your time as always. Best of luck and thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll have more of the pregame show up next.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today. The Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley. Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit PAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team, Pride Cobras. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
And we welcome you back here to the home of the West Branch Warriors as we get set for this Eastern Buckeye Conference matchup. Here in the Cleveland Cobras Coaches Corner, the Cobras are in pursuit of a Tri-Point Football League championship. And if you'd like to continue your post-high school career, contact owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442 and be part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football. You dive into this Alliance football team a little bit, Dave. They are 6-1 under athletic director, head coach Tim Goodman for the Aviators. And last week they defeated Carrollton 47-28. Next week they will face Minerva, who is 4-3. J.R. Jackson is the quarterback for the Aviators. He's the guy that makes this offense go. 1,757 yards passing already, 16 touchdowns, 1 interception. You mix in about 500 more yards on the ground and 7 more touchdowns.
Yeah, I tell you, that's somebody that's a dual threat there, and he can give a lot of problems to a defense. So they're going to have to really try to bottle him up, force him to do certain things that he's uncomfortable with, and that would be the game plan for West Branch to get a victory tonight.
You know, you look at the West Branch perspective, they are 6-1. They lost to Canfield in week 1, who is 7-0 on the season. Right. They've rattled off 6 straight wins, including a 62-0 shutout of Marlington last week.
Right. And when I seen that, I said, boy, they know how to put points on the board, and that's why it's so hard to see them be in a low-scoring game. And so that's why I said the defense is going to be big tonight. West Branch got an awesome offense.
And you look at that offense, 41 points per game, giving up just about 9 points per game as the lights begin to flicker, and the West Branch Warriors will come out of the tunnel right off to our left. And for West Branch, the quarterback is Grady Hurst. Similar numbers, 1,681 yards through the air, 18 touchdowns, 1 interception, 264 yards rushing, and 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, they're almost similar. The other quarterback got maybe 300 yards more rushing, but he's throwing the ball. He's been efficient. 1 interception on both. That's exceptional quarterback play, and these guys will be a big part of who wins this game tonight.
All right, and you look at it, and I pointed it out to Coach Cooper. Didn't want to be a jinx, but I said, Coach, you've played 7 football games. You have 3 turnovers on the season. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's real good. And hopefully you didn't put the kibosh on them. That's something about
broadcaster jinx.
Broadcaster jinx is something where you bring up something that hasn't happened, and all of a sudden it goes haywire. So hopefully those things don't happen tonight, as he want to keep his team headed the right way. And this is a game, I'm telling you, I love when you see games like this, 6-1 and 6-1, Mark. You couldn't ask for better.
West Branch green pants with the black and white piping down the side, black jerseys with the green numbers trimmed in white with the black jerseys and green helmets. And the Aviators are waiting to take the field here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a great country with freedoms like...
And with that said, we are going to take our final timeout. We will come back and get ready to kick off Week 8 here on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today. Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC. Find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Western Reserve Radio is the Valley's online source for sports talk and local live events. Tune in and be a part of their live weekly shows, as well as all of the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey, high school football, and the GDFL. Find them at westernreserveradio.com. Tune in and the Live 365 app to be a part of the area's sports conversation. Be sure to visit them on Facebook at Western Reserve Radio and on Twitter at WR_radio.
We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
And we welcome you back here to West Branch as we get set for this matchup in the Eastern Buckeye Conference between the Alliance Aviators and the West Branch Warriors. And a night where weather will not be a factor. We've got beautiful conditions for this game and two quarterbacks that really like to spin it, Dave.
Yeah, and they shouldn't have any problem doing that. This is a perfect night for high school football, and we've been very fortunate to have this type of weather. This time in October, I mean, you couldn't put a price on what this is. They should be able to really throw the ball around the yard tonight.
We've talked about it as this year has gone along. We have not had a lot of close contests, but at least we've had good weather for the first 8 weeks.
Yeah, that's one good thing we can say, and hopefully we will get a very, very competitive game tonight.
We mentioned it. Our schedule is set for the next 2 weeks. Week 9, we head back to South Range for Cardinal Mooney and South Range, and the first ever meeting between those two programs.
Yeah, that which really shocked me when you first were talking to me about that. The first time to ever play, you would think those teams would have matched up at some time or another, but we'll get the chance and we'll be able to bring history in on that night.
We wrap up the regular season week 10, October 24th for Fitch at Warren Harding. And like we've done the last couple of years, my cousin Mark, who shares my name, will join us. He will be in the booth. It'll be a 3-man booth for that game.
Yeah, and we had a great time with him before we was with him. I'm sure it'll be great again. And that's something. In that week, I don't understand where 10 weeks went, but they have shot us along so quickly, Mark. It's unbelievable. It's the fastest 10 weeks in football.
So we are just moments away from getting this game underway. There were a few games played in the Mahoning and Shenango Valleys last night, highlighted by Cardinal Mooney's win over Warren Harding. And, Cardinal Mooney, they scored on the opening possession and then made it stand up for the rest of the ballgame.
Yeah, I mean, a game that was the game of the week on WKBN, and it was a defensive battle. All that Warren Harding could muster was a field goal. And like you said, the first series, Mooney was able to score, and that was it. And it's not that it wasn't an entertaining game. It still was a very good game, well played, and it was a defensive struggle the rest of the way.
We've got a packed house like we always do here when we come to Beloit for West Branch. And just moments from getting this game underway here tonight under the lights. And a critical game in the Eastern Buckeye Conference, as these are the two teams that have risen to the top at 2-0. Whoever wins this game will have the upper hand on a conference title.
Yeah, no doubt about it. With only a couple weeks left in the season, this game is pivotal to see who will basically reign that conference. And this game, both being 2-0, is the perfect type of game to have at this time of the season, too. 8th week, you couldn't just picture a better time to have this game.
Now we talk about these are two high-powered offenses, Alliance averaging 30 and West Branch averaging 41, but they also can play some defense as well, with Alliance giving up about 16 points per game and West Branch just 9 points per game.
Yeah, so like I said, and I still will stick with that. The team that plays the best defense should come out on top of this one.
So while we have a moment, we remind you, you're listening to Sports Radio 1240, WBBW Youngstown, a Cumulus Media station, and Western Reserve Radio 2, part of the iMedia One Network. Mark Means, Dave Clark, Michael Rickard here in the press box. Matthew Craven back at our iMedia studios in Struthers. Alliance to kick. West Branch will get their hands on the football first to begin tonight's game. And the Warriors will work left to right here in the first quarter. Sit back, relax, and enjoy week 8 of the Youngstown Patricians High School football game of the week with the Village Tavern kickoff. The Village Tavern, one of the area's favorite local spots for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Find them in Hubbard as that opening kickoff will roll out of bounds near the 20-yard line. And, of course, the Village Tavern located at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, or you can find them online at villagetavern3.com.
Yeah, not bad to start off at the 22-yard line.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for Grady Hurst, the junior quarterback, who is 6'2", and a 195. Gavin Marshall, Damon Edwards will see time in the backfield. They will open up with twins to each side, and Hurst alone in the backfield. That's Gavin Gregory in motion, and we've got our first penalty flag before the first snap of the football here tonight. And that is going to cost West Branch 5, back them up and make it 1st and 15.
Yeah, a little nerves on the beginning of the game, Mark, and that happens.
So West Branch, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Hurst alone in the backfield. Gregory going to go in motion. He will turn, flip the ball out into the flat. Receiver makes the catch and got the penalty and a couple more back. And that is going to bring up a 2nd down and just about 8 to go.
Yeah. Good defense there. Nice little pitch on the outside there. But I tell you, the defense came up and secured that quickly. Only a 2-yard gain.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 8. Back to throw, standing in the pocket with time, rolling to the outside, eyes downfield. Now he's going to take a shot, has a man wide open across the 40, 35, 30, cuts back 20, 15, and pulled down at the 10-yard line. That is Grady Close, number 3, taking the deep shot downfield. And West Branch is going to be knocking on the door on this opening drive here tonight.
Yeah, and I don't know how he steeped out and got that wide open, but I mean, he was wide open there, Mark, and was able to just wait on that ball, get it, and make a big play.
67 yards on the pitch and catch that sets up West Branch in fantastic field position to put the ball down right about the 10-yard line. Trips now to the left, single receiver right side, running back going to go in motion. Hurst to throw it, has time, all kinds of time. Now he'll take off inside the 10, fire the pass into the end zone, and that is caught for a West Branch touchdown.
Looks like number 16 there.
16, Case Sainer on the reception.
Nice toe tap in the side there. He was able to actually get both feet in and make that catch right there at the pylon.
So that is a 10-yard touchdown pass from Hurst to number 16, Case Sainer, for the touchdown. And now Gavin Clemens will come on to attempt the extra point. Got some movement up front, offsides on the Aviators, trying to jump that snap count. We'll see whether they elude to take the penalty. So that's defensive offsides, but they are going to, they were kind of in between whether to take the penalty or not. So he'll put his foot down now at the 9-yard line. And Clemens on for the extra point. Snap and hold are good. And West Branch takes the early 7-0 lead on the 10-yard touchdown pass from Grady Hurst. 10:45 to play in the opening quarter. West Branch 7, Alliance 0 on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
What?
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC. Find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Well, Dave, West Branch strikes on the opening drive. It was Hurst to Sainer from 10 yards out, and the extra point gives them the early 7-0 lead.
Yes, sir.
So this kickoff is going to be fielded across the 10, cuts back 15 to the 20, outside of the 25, across the 30, and down near the 35-yard line. Good return by the Alliance Aviators. Sets them up in good field position for their first possession, right to left here in the first quarter, with J.R. Jackson, the senior, leading the way at quarterback.
Yeah, they're going to have to come back. That's one thing you don't want to happen on as far as the defense is concerned, giving up explosive. And that big play of 67 yards was very, very explosive, as we've seen.
Jackson, single receivers to each side. They will run the football with Raven Hawkins on first down, and Hawkins is going to be pushed back a yard. He'll lose one. This will set up 2nd down and 11.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they had every hole clogged up on that one. The defense actually reacted quickly with the linebacker position coming up and filling those holes, and he had nowhere to run.
So 2nd down and 11, 10-10 to play in this opening quarter. West Branch scored on their opening drive. Now Alliance has their opening possession. And we've got a whistle on a temporary stoppage in play for a second. And Tajay Nicholson will have to come off the field. And he will head to the sidelines. And checking in is Amir Berth, number 11. So 2nd and 11 for the Aviators. Swings the ball out to the running back in the flat, who makes the catch, turns his way upfield. And that's going to be a short gain on the completion. And this is going to set up now a 3rd down and long. Call it 3rd and about 8 yards to go now.
Yeah, a little extension of the run game, trying to get Hawkins over there on the edges.
So twins to the right and a left, single back in the backfield for J.R. Jackson, the quarterback. He'll walk up to the line, now back himself into a pistol formation with Hawkins with him in the backfield. Drops the throw, fires downfield, the ball deflected and intercepted by the West Branch secondary as they batted that football away. The receiver is asking for the flag that did not come. And that's an early turnover for West Branch, and they've got the football right back.
Yeah, I tell you, he was asking for the flag. As a former defensive back, I'm not saying anything. So good defense, and that is this guy that's waiting for the tip drill and being able to catch that football.
1st and 10 for West Branch. They take over at the 47-yard line of Alliance. 2 receivers go to the left, 1 to the right side. Hurst out of the pistol. Going to give the ball to Marshall. Running off the short side of the freshman's knocked down at midfield. He's going to lose almost 3 yards on that play and set up a 2nd down and long.
I tell you, Johnny Belch there, the linebacker. You're talking about getting outside and getting in there behind the line of scrimmage. He did an excellent job of getting in there.
Marshall, a 5'10", 170-pound freshman, leads this team in rushing. Single receiver left, trips to the right side as they turn and check with the sideline. Gavin Gregory, the 6'7", 240-pound senior tight end, is in the slot to the right side. Hurst takes the snap. He'll roll to that wide side. Look underneath. Pass going to be caught at the 45-yard line and spinning forward down to the 44-yard line. That's Sainer again on the reception for West Branch, but this will set up now a 3rd down Call it third down and about 7 yards to go after the 5-yard completion.
Yeah, this is an important play here.
Trips to the left, single receiver right side. Hurst sets, now goes over the middle on the crossing route. It's caught across the 40.
He's got to be close.
And that is going to be really close on
got it.
That's Jeremiah Thomas on the reception. And they're going to give Thomas the first down.
Yeah, nice crossing pattern there. Found it wide open.
So 1st and 10 for West Branch. Going to go trips left, single receiver, that's Gregory right side. By the way, Dave, the 6'7" tight end verbally committed to the University of Toledo.
Okay.
So they will run it with Marshall up the middle. Marshall got a nice burst, and he'll work his way down to the 30-yard line. That's a 6-yard pickup on first down and sets up a 2nd and 4.
It'll be 2nd down, 4.
That's what you want to be in. You want to be this opens up the playbook for you on offense.
Stack 2 receivers to the left. Now stack 2 to the right, trips to the left. Hurst alone in the backfield. He'll drop to throw. Time. Downfield, too tall. Had a man open in that zone coverage. Was Grady close? And that pass will fall incomplete.
Yeah, just a little bit too high for him to get a grasp on that football.
So this will bring up 3rd down and 4. Got a Lucas Black now checking in at a receiver spot, wearing number 4. He's split out to the left side. Play clock, plenty of time. Down to 15 seconds as they turn check with the sideline. Put 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right side. The tailback remains the freshman Marshall. Hurst going to walk up to the center. Now he'll drop back into a pistol. Clapp, take the snap, drop to throw. Has time, has the crossing route, pass caught across the 20, breaking tackles inside the 15, and down near the 10-yard line. And that is Lucas Black, number 4, on the reception.
Nice little play there as he just eased himself into that area in the zone. It was wide open. And he was found there and picked up a nice gain and another first down.
So 1st and 10 for West Branch. Going to overload strong side to the right. They're going to turn and pitch it to the outside. Couple of flags on the play. That's Jeremiah Thomas who scored, but there's a flag back at the 16-yard line. This is going to be a holding penalty on West Branch and wipe out that touchdown run.
Yeah, and I looked at that, the body language and everything of the Lions. One thing they can't do, the Aviators, you don't take it for granted and think for sure that penalty is on the offense. As they stop playing, he just zigzagged his way into the end zone. Thank goodness it was a penalty for them. Then now they have to do it over again. But you got to keep on playing. You never know what that call might be.
So the penalty wipes out the touchdown. Now puts West Branch behind the chains. 1st and 20. With the ball back at the 22, close to the 23-yard line. Hurst to throw. Time in the pocket. Deep, long throw is going to be caught by the 5-yard line. And continuing to drive before he is pushed back. That is Gavin Gregory on the reception, the big tight end. So that's a big gain on first down on the reception by Gavin Gregory.
Yeah, it looked like he got about 8 or 9 yards on that play.
This will be 2nd down. Call it just about 3 yards to go. Going to empty the backfield. Quarterback power. Going to run right up the middle and dive down to the 1-yard line. But that'll be 1st and goal for West Branch.
Yeah, I actually thought he might have been in there, but he came up just a little short of the goal line.
They're going to come right back to the line, snap the ball to Hurst. Going to follow that big offensive line, looking for the end zone. That is a touchdown, a 2-yard touchdown run for Grady Hurst. And West Branch, they have sent a message here in the first quarter.
Yeah, absolutely is there. And that one was even more impressive of a drive there, is they was able to just go down the field, take chunks, take what the defense was giving them, get all the way down to the 1 yard line, and then take it in.
So this will bring Gavin Clemens on to attempt the extra point. Snap and hold are good. And the kick is up, and it is also good. 5:35 to play in the opening quarter. It is West Branch 14, Alliance 0. You're listening to the Youngstown Patricians Game of the Week on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. We'll be right back.
Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Back here at the home of the West Branch Warriors here in Beloit, Ohio. It is 14-0 West Branch, 5:35 to play in this opening quarter. And this kickoff brought to you by the Village Tavern in Hubbard. For nearly 100 years, the Village Tavern is one of the area's favorite local spots with great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Find them at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard or online at villagetavern3.com. That ball's going to go through the returner's arms. He'll pick it back up at the 3, try to get to the outside, and he's going to be bottled up at the 15-yard line. And the bobble threw off all of the blocking, and West Branch there to make the stop after a minimal gain.
That would blow everything off for sure. And you could see that they had all their blocking assignments. Everything got discombobulated there just with the bobble of the ball.
So Aviators take the field, 5:28 to play here in this opening quarter of action. Coach Goodman looking for something from his offense here. They're going to split 2 receivers, short side to the left, 1 to the right side. Brody Fast, the fullback, in motion. Jackson takes the snap. They'll run it on first down with Hawkins. And Hawkins going to have himself a short gain, only a couple of yards. Will set up a 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, this is a pivotal drive, in my opinion. Alliance has to do something and really try to drive this field and get some kind of points out of it, because they can't keep falling behind in this one.
They're going to give him forward progress to a gain of 3, so it's 2nd down and 7. Going to split 2 left. Now they'll go 3 left as they overload the slot. Empty the backfield as Alliance had 2 men in motion, but no flag. Jackson to throw, pressured as he rolls to the right, slings it sidearm downfield. That pass ball's incomplete. Looking for Tajay Nicholson, the senior. Going to bring up now a 3rd down and 7 for the Aviators.
Yeah, he's trying to do something there, but dangerous play to try to sidearm that. That can be picked off.
So it's 3rd down and 7. Twins to each side. Hawkins in the backfield with Jackson, the quarterback, who walks up to the center. Make sure they're on the same page. Play clock down to 12 seconds. Jackson drops the throw. Time, steps up, climbs the pocket, and that pass is going to be caught for a 1st down to the 31-yard line.
No, he didn't. It went straight through his arm.
Oh, they're going to call that. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Going to call that incomplete.
Yeah, it went straight to his arms. And what it was, he got those alligator arms when he came across the middle. Looking at the defender, that ball was right on target, but he was paying more attention to the defender than that football.
So the Aviators will punt. It's the quarterback, J.R. Jackson, who handles the punting duties for the Aviators. Low snap, scooped it up off the turf and got the kick away. It's going to be picked up, brought back across the 45, tried to change direction and got buried right there at the 45-yard line. Started right, Dave, tried to cut back left, and then there was no room to move.
Yeah, they did. There was good coverage there and good discipline on the punt team as they stayed in their lanes no matter what. Even though he's dodging back and forth, they stayed right in their lanes, and all he did is just dodge right back into himself. good play there, and they got to come up with something on defense now. They have not been able to deter West Branch at all.
14-0 West Branch. This will be their third offensive possession. Trips to the right. Single receiver left side. Single back in the backfield with the quarterback. And now flags will fly. And a little bit of an extra bump from one of the Aviator defenders. This penalty is going to go on West Branch and back them up. So that procedure penalty makes it 1st and 15 with 4:17 to play in this opening quarter.
Yep.
Week 8 already of the high school football season as each game becomes more and more important down the stretch.
Yes, it does.
We mentioned it earlier. West Branch lost it in week 1 to Canfield, who is a perfect 7-0 on the season. Gregory going to go in motion. And again, we've got a flag and another procedure penalty. Looked like 2 men in motion. We'll back them up 5 more.
Yeah, it was almost the identical play that they ran before then and got the same result.
And as we said last week when this happened at Girard a couple of times, you can only do that north of the border.
Yeah, that's absolutely right.
So now 1st and 20 for West Branch with trips to the right, single receiver to the left side. Hurst to throw it, has a clean pocket, goes downfield, pass caught across the 40 and down near the 45-yard line.
Well, I tell you, he got 10 of that back right there. It's now it's just 2nd and 10, and that's a great job on that down to be able to pick up. Matter of fact, he picked up 11.
So that is Drake Strafler, number 10 on the reception. Got back about 11 yards on that catch. Hurst to throw it again. Looks downfield. Pass is going to be caught right near the 1st down marker. And they are going to move the chains. Needed 11. And that was Gavin Gregory on the reception. Give him 12, and they'll move the chains. 3.5 minutes to play, opening quarter on this Youngstown Patricians game of the week. Hurst, quarterback draw, 40, 35, 30, across the 25, and the spot him down near the 22-yard line. Perfectly called at the right time by West Branch.
Absolutely.
It was wide open up the middle.
Yeah, great call. And then I like his patience running the football as he stayed behind his blockers. He actually got tripped up by his blockers because he was actually just following them all the way and trying to get into the end zone.
Alliance going to take a timeout. We'll keep it here with 3:21 to play in this opening quarter, and it has been a perfectly called first half of action by the West Branch offense.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for a better call game in its first quarter. And it's just unbelievable. They have been able to move the ball with no problem. Even when they put themselves in a stressful situation of losing 10 yards on 2 plays there with penalties, they get right out of that with no problem. So things have been going really good for them. And the Lions got to see something. They got to change something to try to detour these guys from just being able to move the ball with ease. You're going to have to mix up your defensive calls, get some more maybe up on man-to-man guys. They're playing complete zone, and he's picking this apart.
So off the timeout by the Aviators and head coach Tim Goodman. They'll have 2 left here in this first half. 4 receivers now to the left. Gregory lined up right side, comes in motion. He'll line up as a wing. Hurst going to keep it again. Bounce off of initial tackle, and he'll be tackled right down near the 15-yard line. Hurst is a big quarterback, Dave, 6'2", 195, and he really absorbed the initial blow before being pulled down.
Yeah, and I like what they're doing. They're actually putting those guys out like that, and it spreads the defense. And all he has to do is read off of one of the linebackers and take it off.
2 receivers left, 1 to the right side. Single back in the backfield. Are going to give it to him, trying to sweep to the outside. That's Damon Edwards, number 37 on the carry.
Close to the first down. He may have got it.
And he needed 3 for the first down, and
they had to change and hasn't moved, so it's just short.
Yeah, that initial spot looks like it was a first down, but now they're going to.
Looks like they're going to measure.
I think we went about 4 seasons without a measurement, and we've had 5, I want to say, this year so far.
Yeah, you're about right.
And that'll be a West Branch Warriors.
So now they just kind of eyeballed it up and said, yep, that is a first down for West Branch, and this drive will continue with 2:27 to play in the opening quarter as we wind the clock. To put trips to the right. Got a double wing to the left side with Hurst alone in the backfield. Now they'll shift and overload to the right side. Hurst going to run that way with the football, trying to follow those 2 big tight ends, and he took a big hit as he dove down to the 6-yard line. He's going to get 4. It's 2nd and 6.
And that was Jeremiah Thomas in there that time, taking the ball. He's still in there at quarterback.
Man, Thomas played a lot at quarterback last year for West Branch. Seen him do a little bit of both this year. Thomas at that quarterback spot, claps, now takes the snap, going to run, try to cut back. Now a seam up over the middle, and he scored, but there's a flag thrown by the back judge.
And that's the second time Thomas has gotten to the end zone, and both of them look like they're going to be called back for a holding penalty.
A huge hole opened up over the middle at the time the flag was thrown.
Wait, it might, maybe not. Looks like a face mask.
So we'll have to, referee going to go over, talk to Coach Cooper. Face mask, defense, that is declined, and that is going to be a 7-yard touchdown run for Jeremiah Thomas. And West Branch has blown this game open here in the opening quarter.
Yes, they have, and I tell you, it takes you out of your game plan. Whatever game plan you came in tonight with, as far as the Lions, it takes it completely off track now.
90 seconds to play in this opening quarter. And a 20-0 lead pending the extra point here for West Branch. So they will line up and attempt the extra point with Gavin Clemens. Snap bobbled, picked up by the holder, trying to avoid the rush. And he's going to be dropped back at the 20-yard line. So the PAT is no good.
So with a minute 30 remaining here in the first quarter.
So we've got a minute 30, Dave, and a 20-0 lead for West Branch.
Yeah, that, and for Lions, you got to look at this as your first positive, being able to tackle them and not get the extra point, because there's not been many positives for them tonight so far. And when I said they have to change the game plan, it's not that they got to completely change it, because you do have 3 more quarters of football left. But it puts you in a position where it is imperative that you get down and get some points on your next time with the football, which changes some things. You might have wanted to run the ball and just take your time. You may not be able to do that now. You're going to have a strategic plan to get yourself in scoring position.
Time for another Village Tavern kick on. The kick off. The Village Tavern is one of the area's favorite local spots for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Find them at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard or online at villagetavern3.com.
Well, I tell you, Mark, that's how you jump on it. In a big game like this, you want to jump on your opponent. You're at home. You're feeling good and everything. The crowd is behind you. You want to be able to jump on your opponent like this.
This is a West Branch team that put up 62 last week in a shutout victory, and they started this first quarter with 20. It's a high, deep kickoff. That's about 2 yards deep in the end zone, and once it breaks the plane, it is a touchback, and the Aviators will take over with 90 seconds to play in this opening quarter, down 20-0.
Oh, yeah, we'll see what they have planned here. You know, when I just see them playing out there and see some of the individual players they have, you can see they have some athletic ability and things like that. But I'm telling you, West Branch just has everything bottled up tonight so far.
You hear a lot about West Branch. You hear a lot about their offense, but to give up less than 10 points per game through 7 weeks is pretty impressive.
Yes.
They're going to run this football with Hawkins. And Rayvon Hawkins with a 1-yard gain as Alliance has not been able to run at all to that right side of the formation.
They sure haven't. And they have a big time offensive line as far as size is concerned. And that has not even come into fruition for them tonight because they're not even getting anything off the line. And there's no running room clock at all.
One receiver right, two to the left. Jackson dropping to throw. Flips the ball out of the flat. Receiver makes the catch. 25-30, 35-40.
Pass is complete.
That's Jaron Blair, number 8, the senior wide receiver, in the first big play through the air for the Aviator offense.
Yeah, that's the first nice positive play they did there. That's what they got to continue to do. Take your time. It's imperative, like I said, they have to get into the end zone. Any kind of score, really, just to get some positive on their side.
Down to 30 seconds to play here in this opening quarter. They put two receivers tight to the formation and a wing to the right. Put a man in motion, and they will flip him the football as he tries to turn the corner, and then Blair hammers into the pile near the sidelines. Give him a gain of 2. And we have come to the end of the opening quarter here tonight from Beloit. After 1, our score is West Branch 20 and Alliance 0. You're listening to Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. We'll be right back. Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC, find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Yeah, good defensive play there.
Jackson will look downfield. That pass will be knocked away and incomplete. This will set up a 3rd down and 8 as we welcome you back for the second quarter. Alliance now left to right here in this second quarter, facing a 3rd down and 8 with the ball resting on their 45-yard line. 2 receivers left, wing to the left, 1 receiver to the right side. Jackson back to throw. Pressured as he rolls out of the pocket. He's going to look downfield. Now he's just going to try and run. Broke a couple of tackles and multiple flags thrown as he is thrown into the bench.
Yeah, that wasn't smart there. Once he was out right there in that boundary towards the sideline, it's best is to go ahead and let him go, or just because you had him there. Once you did that extra swing and you're on the boundary, you're more than likely getting the penalty.
And he was going to be a little more than 2 yards shy of the 1st down, but this penalty is going to keep this drive going, we believe, for the Aviators.
And I tell you, if he would have just swung him around and he went right out of bounds, that might not have been called, but he was swung to the ground.
So that personal foul penalty is going to come with the 1st down. And they are going to march this football all the way down to the West Branch 33-yard line. This is a big possession here, early second quarter for Alliance.
After the penalty, Alliance will be 1st and 10 in Warrior territory
And I look at those Alliance uniforms, and I can't help think about, in one form or another, the old Houston Oilers uniforms. Not quite the same.
Yeah, it's just the colors.
It's kind of some Old Miss to it as well.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Boy, you can tell Dave and I watch a lot of college football on the weekend.
I mean,
and Wednesday and Thursday and Friday.
And after soon, there'll be some Tuesday games coming on.
Yeah, we're not that far away from action as well.
That's right. When that Mid-American Conference start coming on a lot, it'll be on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays.
And we're, about 3 weeks away from the start of college basketball as well.
Woo. It's a sports person's dream.
Right. Hockey season started this week, if that is your forte. The Penguins are 2-0 to start the year. The Cavaliers have played a couple of exhibition games. They will tip off the season on the 22nd, right here on Sports Radio 1240 and sister station Z104. That's 103.9 FM.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
We will have 49ers football on Sunday here on Sports Radio 1240. So the Cavaliers game will be exclusively on Z104 Sunday.
I tell you, Mark, you're not kidding. College football, college basketball, I watch them. I watch so much. My wife said, stop watching. I mean, I watch so much, I can't help myself.
I follow too many teams. That's my problem.
Yeah, it's just, I can't help it. It's just great.
Off the timeout. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Aviators, but looks like we're having a little issue with the chains across the way.
Yeah. Can't have a first down at 4 yards.
that
doesn't look right.
You can't even do that one north of the border.
No. Wait, I don't know what they're calling here. I mean, I'm lost on this one. Here you go.
Yeah, there we go. We'll stretch out the chains, and we're ready to get back to some football here with 11:44 to play. Go to the Discount Power Sports scoreboard after this snap of the football. Single receiver left, trips to the right side for J.R. Jackson, the quarterback who's alone in the backfield. Play clock, plenty of time. Jackson drops to throw, stands in the pocket. Now he'll roll to the left, and he's just going to take off downfield, pick up a couple before being knocked out of bounds. And the big one going on tonight in the Valley here on the Discount Power Sports scoreboard. Poland and Girard tied at 7 early on in that game. You can hear that game over on AM 600 WRQX or 600WRQX.com. Two receivers to the left and two to the right side. Brody Fast, the fullback's going to check in. He'll set up on a wing to the left side. Jackson turns, swings it out into the flat. Brisker makes the catch. And then he is going to be driven back. Try to set up that tunnel screen, Dave, but there was no blocking.
No, none at all. It was poorly, to be honest. The execution was not good at all. And you didn't get any of that depth that you need for your blockers. And it was nothing going to happen on that play at all.
So 3rd down and at 9. Jackson going to run this right up the middle. Look for the first down. He'll slide, and he should have.
I think he's going to be short because he slid.
That's going to be close.
Yeah. The reason I'm thinking of it because he slid down, and usually it goes from where he starts to slide, which made him about a yard short.
So it is going to be about 4th and 1 for the Aviators.
Yeah, that's a big game. I know you want to slide down and all that, but you got to go and get it. You got to get the first down. You got to go get it.
So 4th and 1, and Alliance will play on 4th down. Split backs in the backfield with J.R. Jackson. Jackson going to dive forward. He'll have the first down by plenty, and this drive will continue for the Alliance Aviators.
Clayton Day and Brady Close on the Southport Warriors. It'll be enough for an Aviator first down.
So first down for Alliance as we approach the 10-minute mark to play here in the first half. West Branch with a 20-0 lead. This a big drive here for Alliance with the ball at the West Branch 22. 2 to the right, 2 to the left side. Slot man left will come in motion. Jackson to throw. Has a man wide open in the end zone, and that is caught for a touchdown. That is number 6, Cam Burton on the touchdown.
Yeah, they got open in that zone there. Good route that was run. Actually opened up that little funnel there for him, and he was wide open in the end zone.
So that's a big drive and a big touchdown here with 9:47 to play in the half. So Jackson to Burton for the completion. So now they will attempt the extra point that is up, and it is good. 9:47 to play first half. It is West Branch 20, Alliance 7. We're back after this on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Well, Dave, that was a big drive for Alliance to cut this lead to 20-7 with a little less than 10 minutes to play in the half.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's why I said it was imperative that they get some type of score, and getting the touchdown was very good for them, and now can they play defense?
Time for another Village Tavern kickoff. They will put this one on the turf, who rolls to the 15-yard line across the 20, 25, 30, 35 to the 40 before going out of bounds. And for West Branch, that is Jeremiah Thomas on the return. We haven't had a chance to mention it since the action took off so soon. Brand new first season for this turf here for West Branch.
Yeah, very nice, too.
Well done, easy to read.
Absolutely.
This has always been a top-notch facility and one of my favorite to come to, but you add the turf and it just takes it to another level.
Sure do.
So for West Branch, they will take over here with 9:40 to play in the half. Play clock rolling down now, 10 seconds as they go trips to the right. Single receiver to the left side with Hurst out of the pistol. 3-step drop. Time goes downfield. That ball will skip incomplete, intended for his target. That'll fall incomplete.
Yeah, that's a little short of his target that he wanted to get to. Skip a little there.
So we'll get you some updates on the Discount Power Sports scoreboard here after the next couple of plays. Trips to the right, single receiver left side, single back in the backfield with Hurst. 3-step drop, stands in the pocket, tries to throw the timing ball downfield. Pass intercepted to the 45-50, 45-40, 35, and out of bounds.
First pass is intercepted.
Pass intercepted by J.R. Jackson, but we've got 2 flags down on the field. On the Discount Power Sports scoreboard, 2:21 to play in the half. Springfield leading Mineral Ridge 6-0.
That's interesting. That should be a good ball game, though. Mineral Ridge is known to teams get out on them, and boy, did they make a comeback.
So this penalty is going to be a block in the back.
At the West Branch 48-yard line.
So they will spot this football. Well, I'm still thinking about where they're going to spot the football, Dave.
Yeah. There's two drive starts in a row. We didn't know where they're going. Here we go. 48.
So from the West Branch 48-yard line, split backs in the backfield with J.R. Jackson, the quarterback. Jackson pulls the ball, flips it to his receiver coming out of the backfield and across the 45 and down to the 44-yard line is Jaron Blair, who seems to line up all over the field for Alliance.
Yeah, Jaron Blair is not a big guy, but he sure doesn't shy away from contact. He turned it upfield into two big defenders instead of taking it right to the sideline. He didn't care about that. He turned it right up inside into the traffic.
Yeah, Blair listed at 5'8", 1-55, but a senior. Second down and 7. They'll put a receiver in motion. He'll go behind the quarterback, and now we've got flags. And this is going to be a procedure penalty on Alliance. So this will now make it 2nd and 12 now coming up for Alliance back to midfield.
You don't like those type of things. Those type of things that can kill a drive for you.
8:42 clock rolling here in the first half. 20-7, West Branch a leading Alliance. Aviators trips to the right, single receiver left side. Jackson walking up to his center, now drops back into a pistol. He'll take the snap, drop to throw. Fires a dart downfield, and the pass caught right near the 40, maybe the 41-yard line.
Called in by Nicholson.
Yeah, it looked like they got him all the way down to the 39 mark. So.
That's Tajay Nicholson on the reception.
Yeah. He's only a yard away from the first down.
When J.R. Jackson has time, he can really rip the football.
He sure can.
Under 8 minutes to play here in this first half.
And I think this, even though it's early on, I still think this is 4-down territory. I think they will, if they don't get it here, they'll go for it.
Two receivers in a wing to the right, receiver to the left. Jackson, play fake, bats the ball into the air. And they're going to call that an interception. Yes, they are. That batted ball is intercepted by West Branch. And that is the second turnover they have forced, and they get the football right back.
Yeah, and I definitely disagree with the call there of trying to pass that. Yeah, not stressing on one of those. Not right there.
So we exchange turnovers. West Branch is going to come out of there with the football. They'll substitute on the line. Grady Rockwell, a junior, going to check in wearing number 59. So 1st and 10 for West Branch from their 35-yard line, make it the 36-yard line. Twins to each side of the formation. Hurst going to drop to throw. Time goes over the middle. Pass caught by Gregory across the 50, 45, 40. And that is going to be all the way down to the 38-yard line. And another catch for the Toledo commit and Gavin Gregory. That is someone you want to look for when you're 6'7" and 240 pounds.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a mismatch in the coverage. So you definitely want to use that height and everything and start going to him.
Single receiver to the right, two to the left side. Hurst drops to throw, rolls to that wide side. Going to throw on the run, looking for Gregory, and that pass was almost intercepted by Jackson again, and it'll fall incomplete and set up 2nd and 10.
And it should have been intercepted. It was right there in his hands. He just overthrown. It's hard to overthrow the 6'7" tight end, but he sure enough did that. Got it a little bit too high and floated towards that sideline.
So Gavin Gregory having himself a big first half for West Branch. 2nd down and 10. Hurst, 10 of 14 for 177 unofficially so far. Now we've got a flag, and we're going to get a procedure penalty.
There go that drive killer. I hate those when you get those legal procedures. Guys get set and set too early, and then they come out of their stance. They can't do that.
So back it up. Second down and 15 now.
They got to stay upright.
Back to the 43-yard line. Going to put one receiver to the right. Trips to the left side of the formation. Play clock now down under 10 seconds. It's Marshall in the backfield with Grady Hurst. Fake it to Marshall. Hurst will throw down the seam. Gregory makes another catch, and he's down to the 20-yard line. Gavin Gregory just running right down the seam, and he hit him in stride.
Yeah, and that's the type of, you got a big height advantage with him, so you're going to continue to do that. You got to bracket a guy like that, and the best thing you do, you bracket him, and then you got to be very, very physical. If you catch the ball, you got to you have to light him up. And that's the best way to defend a guy that big.
That's another 21 yards for Gregory.
Oh, here we go.
And a procedure penalty going to back things up. Make this 1st and 15. And Gavin Gregory having himself a monster first half. Gregory unofficially, Dave, 4 for 74, but it seems like a lot more than that.
Yeah. Well, they come in big spots, and he's doing an excellent job. I'm watching him catch that football with his hands, not a body catcher. He's catching it with his hands, and that, I'm sure Toledo is excited about that.
1st and 15, 6.5 minutes to play. First half, 20-7, West Branch. They'll run it with Marshall. Marshall across the 20, and he'll dive down near the 15-yard line. Got a big chunk back on that run by Gavin Marshall.
Sure it is. Nice run there. Put him in a nice, comfortable position right here.
Second down. Long 4 to go. Gonna give it to him again. Lowers the shoulder, pushing the pile down to the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for West Branch. And Dave, Gavin Marshall's going to be someone to keep an eye on. 5'10", 170, and another unbelievable freshman we've seen this year.
Yeah. Haven't we seen some unbelievable what we done seen so far? We might not have had the greatest of games. We done seen some great personnel, and we talking about young guys.
1st and goal from the 10-yard line. We're going to empty the backfield. Hurst is going to keep it. Step inside a tackle. He's going to get down to about the 7-yard line. Let's give him 3. It's 2nd and goal from the 7. 5 minutes, 22 seconds. Excuse me, 5 minutes, 24 seconds. Play here in this first half of action on the Youngstown Patricians high school football game of the week. They'll put Gregory alone on the numbers to the right, trips to the left side. Receiver comes in motion, now reverses action, that's Thomas. Hurst looking, now he'll pull it down, roll to the outside. Has a man pop open over the middle, and that is caught for a West Branch touchdown.
Great play there. Flow that right over the top, Mark, and he's wide open in the end zone with that touchdown.
So West Branch expands the lead to 26-7. And now it'll be Gavin Clemens to come on to attempt the extra point. Clemens, the senior. Snap, hold, good, and the extra point this time inside the right upright and good. 5:10 to play, first half. It is West Branch 27, Alliance 7 on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC. Find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
That is a 7-yard touchdown. They give the touchdown to Lucas Black, so it is 27-7, and now back to a 20-point lead for West Branch.
Yeah, that was the big play on that interception, because the Lions was on their way to maybe getting this thing down to a 7-point game, and that was big right there.
Time for another Village Tavern kickoff. You can find the Village Tavern in Hubbard at 746 North Main Street or online at villagetavern3.com. Brought back across the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, down the sidelines, 35, 40, and all the way out near the 45-yard line. And one of the West Branch players went flying at the end of that play, about 4 yards.
Clayton Day and Lucas Black on the stop for the Warriors.
So this will give Alliance the football in exactly 5 minutes to play here in the first half. And we've got a player, Dave, for Alliance. A little slow to get up on that far sideline.
Yes. Trying to get him up there like number 7 from here. Hit my side.
That's Cash Brisker.
Yeah. One of his starting wideouts and defensive backs there. And shaking up on that play.
So he will have to stay on the sideline for at least one snap. J.R. Jackson and the Aviators back out onto the field.
Now, one of the things I was noticing with Jackson, when he throws those intermediate routes, the short crossing routes, he does throw the ball kind of low, and these guys are able to get up and knock it down.
1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Long out throw to the 50, down to about the 48-yard line. That's Jared Blair on the reception. And a good gain of about 8 yards on first down for Alliance.
Jake Weingart and Lucas Black on the stop for the Warriors.
Another stop for Black defensively. He's making all kinds of tackles tonight in the first half.
He's doing an excellent job there. I tell you, Jackson has, as you said earlier, he does have arms. I mean, he threw that flat-footed, and that's an out pattern all the way to the other opposite hash mark. He put that on a rope.
Alex Hartman now in at the tight end position at 6'3" and 200. And they will run this football, and then a late flag comes in.
I thought he was going to call it, and I think he may call it because he came in a little late, but it's a questionable call, in my opinion, if they call personal foul.
It's a 3-yard gain for Hawkins, and then they are going to tack on the personal foul.
It wasn't egregious, I think. It was late, but not that late as you may see to something to be egregious that you'll see. But I guess because he came in with the helmet down is the reason that was called.
So tack on the personal foul penalty, makes it 1st and 10 for the Aviators from the 29-yard line of West Branch.
That always looks worse when a guy comes in with the helmet first. But I'm telling you, it wasn't a hard hit or anything.
Single receiver to the right, 2 receivers stacked tight to the left. Jackson to throw. Goes backside for his running back, who broke a couple of tackles. And he's going to go out of bounds near the 25-yard line. So Hawkins picks up about 4 yards. Sets up a 2nd down and 6 as we approach 4 minutes to play here in tonight's first half. 2nd down and 6 for the Aviators. 2 to the left, 1 to the right side. Jackson rolling to the left side, throwing on the run, has a man open and dives into the end zone for the touchdown for the Aviators. That looks like
that's Brisker. That's Cash Brisker,
That's
who was
number
injured.
7, Cash Brisker, on the reception for the touchdown.
Caught by Cash Brisker.
Boy.
So 3:48 to go in the half, and back and forth we go. So Jackson to Brisker for the touchdown. And now D'Angelo Fisk on for the extra point. It is up and good. So with 3:48 to play, it is now West Branch 27 and Alliance 14. And we debated, will we get a defensive struggle or an offensive shootout? Looks like it's going the way of the offense so far.
Yeah, absolutely. It sure is. It took a little bit of time for Alliance to get something going. And maybe it's not too late, but I'm telling you, they are able to move the ball. They got to be able to stop West Branch, though. They haven't been able to really do that, except for the nice interception they had.
You know, Gregory's been the big threat through the air so far, the Toledo verbal commit. How do you kind of control a receiver that is that big?
Yeah, well, that's what I said earlier. You know, I've done played against some guys that's been that type of size, and we just bracket them. You bracket them, and then you punish them. I mean, that's the only way, you know, it was different back then.
Hard to punish a guy that's 6'7" and 240.
Yeah, well, you'll get tired of getting hit. I'm telling you, you got to come up there with force, and if you do, he'll get tired of being hit. It's a lot of body to be able to hit, too.
Time for another Village Tavern kickoff. They will put this one on the turf, and it will roll and be picked up at the 14, across the 15, 20, 25, 30, sidelines 35 before being thrown out of bounds. And there's the late hit penalty that knocked the returner into the West Branch bench.
Yeah, well, he was already going down, and to even come over was senseless.
Drake Striefler on the return, listed as a quarterback, defensive back. We've seen him return kicks in place of wide receiver so far tonight.
Personal foul on the line.
So tack 15 yards onto that return by Striefler. We can tell you, you are listening to Sports Radio 1240 WBBW Youngstown, a Cumulus media station. Western Reserve Radio 2, part of the iMedia 1 network as we push past 8 o'clock. Mark Means, Dave Clark, Michael Rickard, Matthew Craven at the iMedia 1 studios in Struthers. Trips right, twins left. Slot man right side will come in motion. That's Gregory. They'll flip the ball out to the receiver. Made the first man miss across the 40, 35. And down near the 33-yard line. That's Jacob Weingart, number 2 on the reception. And then it's a West Branch first down, Dave.
Yep, nice play there. Get the guy over in the side. I mean, set up perfectly. Great blocking out in front.
3:20 to play here in this first half. 27-14 West Branch. Trips right. Single receiver left side. Edwards is the tailback. Going to fake it to Edwards. Hurst is going to keep it. Big hole up the middle. Inside the 15, 10, 5. And that is a touchdown for Hurst. But a flag back at the 33-yard line. Hold everything.
Yeah, they'll bring that one back, too.
So that is a holding penalty on West Branch that'll take the second touchdown they've scored off the board in the first half.
And what hurts about that one is he was already past him when he actually did it, and it was unnecessary to even grab the guy. And he's probably thinking that too. He grabbed him just for a second, but it still is a hold. I hate those calls. He's way past and doesn't have anything to do with the play, and it's still, still a penalty.
So that holding penalty wipes off the touchdown, backs the football up to the Alliance 43-yard line with 2:58 to play in the half.
Yeah, I seen when Gavin Gregory came out of the game, he's banged up a little bit, and that's what I was talking about. You got to start hitting him, and he's getting checked out now on the sideline.
Trips to the right, single receiver left side. Fake it to the tailback. Hurst will keep it, run it into the pile, and he'll be down to the 40-yard line. So give him a pickup of 3. It's going to be second down and long for West Branch. So they're going to put, again, trips to the right. Single receiver, that's Jeremiah Thomas to the left. Damon Edwards, the junior, is the tailback. Hurst claps, takes the snap. Looks, fires downfield, throws that ball on the numbers. Inside the 35 and down to the 34-yard line. Jeremiah Thomas on the reception.
That there was a play that you see where there's nobody that was out of line on that. Great throw, great catch, and the coverage was there too. He's right on him, but the pass was so good to the outside, he couldn't get to it. Just everything was good on that play.
Under 2 minutes to play. Tending to Gregory down on the sidelines as this drive continues. It's 3rd down and 9 for West Branch. Hurst working the hard count, looks back to the sidelines. Play clock down to 3 to 2. And West Branch gonna burn a timeout to avoid the penalty. We've got 1:31 to play in the game. 27-14 is the lead for West Branch. Dave, we'll keep it here. And both offenses continuing to move up and down the field despite the fact that we've had a few first-half turnovers.
Yeah, sure. And I mean, we done seen those turnovers and everything, but these teams continue to play and have played well, Mark.
Coming up at the half, we'll have this week's edition of the PAC Report with Commissioner Joanne Durko of the President's Athletic Conference. Had a chance to see him last week in Geneva when Grove City got their first PAC win over Geneva. Wolverines back home this week at Thorne Field as they will face Waynesburg for a 2 o'clock homecoming kickoff. That can be heard here on the Western Reserve Radio side of things. Trips to the right, twins to the left side. Hurst turns the football over. Looks downfield, and that ball is batted away at the last second. Stretching out, Dave, was Tajay Nicholson to knock that football away.
Yeah, he used all 6'3" of his frame to get there because he left his feet to get out there and was able to knock that down.
4th down, West Branch will play on 4th down. Edwards to the sideline, Marshall back in. So trips right, stack twins to the left. Hurst alone in the backfield. Now we've got whistles.
Yep.
And now Alliance will use a timeout with 1:25 to play in this game.
There's something I've seen out there in their alignment, and a good time out there because the way that defensive alignment was set up, Hurst would have had a 1st down with no problem. All he had to do is have his receivers clear out, and everything else was open on that side. And with his speed and elusiveness, he'll run for that 1st down. They had to change some on that defense setup on that one.
So heads up play by the Aviators defensive coaching staff to see the matchup problem and take the timeout.
Yeah, that was one you had to get quick because, boy, if he would have snapped that ball, they were in trouble.
We've got 1:25 to play in the half. I mentioned coming up at halftime, the President's Athletic Conference report. First half stat story, recap of the scoring and the unofficial first half numbers. And we'll also look at the Discount Power Sports scoreboard around the Valley. 4 to the right, 1 to the left. Hurst, time. Now he'll roll out to the outside, trying to turn the corner. And he's just going to unload this one incomplete at the 15-yard line, and a big stop by the Aviators, Dave.
Oh, it was absolutely big stop because I tell you, West Branch wanted to go in there and really put the screws in tight there and try to get that touchdown. But they were able to stop him from getting in, and that was big for them to stop that before this half is over.
So Alliance will have the football back with 1:15 to play. Trailing 27-14.
Yeah, and I don't think it's really a thing of they got to run the clock out. Now they really could try to see what they can do with this football. They only got one timeout, but regardless, clock does stop while they move chains if they get 1st down. So you want to use the sidelines, you want to use those things.
Jackson to throw it. Now rolls to the short side. He needs to tuck the football as he's able to just hold on and wouldn't get it to the 35-yard line. That was the proverbial loaf of bread that time, Dave.
Yeah, you don't want to do that too often.
Twins to each side on 2nd down and 7. Jackson fires, and that ball tipped it incomplete.
Great read by I'm trying to see, is that number 1 there? But he read it. All I did is see him read the quarterback because he took off as soon as the quarterback planted his foot. Yeah, that was number 1 back there. That's Clayton, not Clayton David, that's Jeremiah Thomas. He had a bead on that. He would have picked that off. That would have been 6 points.
51 seconds to play in the half. 3rd and 7 for Alliance. Trips to the right side. Running back in the backfield, J.R. Jackson to throw it. Time. He'll climb the pocket, and he's going to be pulled down at the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down. And Coach Cooper going to use the timeouts with 44 seconds in the half to force the Aviators to punt the football away.
Yeah, that was smart there. I don't think it was very smart on the part of the Aviators, the way they used their downs there. They didn't use a lot of the clock up. And you don't want to use all of it, but you do want to use it to where it's to your advantage. Use those downs to try to get another 1st down. Now you speed it up a little bit. But to speed it up and then don't get any results on those plays, it gives enough time for West Branch to get the ball and have an opportunity to score.
So West Branch uses that timeout, forcing Alliance to punt the football away.
And what are they setting up? West Branch could be setting up a block execution by the special teams, or they could be setting up a return. He's in a short thing here. It must be a quick kick. I don't know.
Okay, almost in a standard pistol formation.
You better get it off, and you better get it off quick.
Play clock rolling down, now under 10 seconds. And it looks like Alliance going to be forced to burn another timeout.
Yeah, it looked like what they was trying to do is draw them off sides. If they could have did that, they could have been in a manageable try first. But I don't think I would have did it then either.
So they will use the timeout with 44 seconds to go. Now we make our way through a lot of these stadiums, and at least Michael and I, and sometimes we sample the wares in the press box, and we give two thumbs up to the pepperoni rolls and something I had never had before pregame today, Sloppy Joe nachos.
Oh, man, you enjoyed that, didn't you?
I did.
I know you did because you wasn't talking.
No.
Whenever a guy has food and nothing else is coming out of their mouth, they're having a good time.
They get this kick away. It's going to be fielded at the 30. Try to get to the edge. He will. 35-40, 45-50, 40, 35-30, 25-20, 15-10, 5. Touchdown, West Branch. Jeremiah Thomas takes that kickoff and takes it to the house for 6 with 26 seconds to go here in the first half.
And what did I say? I said they're either going to set up for a punt block or punt return, and it was a beautiful setup. And I was looking at number 86 there. He was getting ready to throw a block, and if he would have threw that block, there would have been a penalty flag. He was smart enough to know, hands off, and he did not block the guy. And thank goodness he didn't, because he was able to take it in for a touchdown.
So we're going to unofficially say 70 yards on that punt return for Thomas. Well, now Gavin Clemens, high snap, they get it down, and the extra point is up and good by Gavin Clemens. And a big momentum swing here in the final 26 seconds as West Branch's lead is back to 20 at 34-14.
Yeah, I tell you, that right there is the mismanagement of the clock. I mean, you got to say what it is. They did not use that clock well on the offensive side of the ball. And then once they set up, you automatically know it's going to be a setup either for a punt block But since they wasn't so deep in the end zone, they're going to set up for a return. And you got to be ready for that.
Discount Power Sports scoreboard, it remains a tight one at Arrowhead. Poland and Girard are tied at 14.
It might be that type of game all night long. We haven't seen Poland, but we know about Girard and our guys there that cover Poland every week. They let us know exactly what type of football team they are. So we knew this was going to be a great matchup with those two teams.
Also on the Discount Power Sports scoreboard, Hubbard 35, Lakeview 0. That game is at the half.
Boy.
That is at Memorial Stadium in Hubbard.
Boy, they having a good time.
We talked about it on the way down here. Hubbard quarterback Brady Songer broke the single-season passing record for the Eagles in their win last week over Howland.
And that was in week 7. So that is a great accomplishment.
It is time for a Village Tavern kickoff. Gavin Clemens has the ball teed up at the 40-yard line. 26 seconds to go in our half. Clemens gets the whistle.
Timeout, Warriors.
Now West Branch going to take a timeout before the kick. Don't know if they didn't have the proper number of players out there or what it was, Dave. You don't really see a timeout like that used very often.
Yeah, but you know what? They may have the same idea as what I had thinking. I don't know what the Lions were thinking, but I knew they were going to be setting up, like I said, for either a punt block or return. You got to know that. And I think West Branch want to see what their setup was, see how things look, and they want to make sure that everybody know their assignment because they're going to try to get a return here too if they can.
Yeah, there are athletes all over this field for both teams that can score from pretty much any point on the field.
Yeah, that's why you want to bottle guys up to have that kind of speed. And that blocking scheme, though, on that punt return, the entire alley was put there for him. All he had to do is run through it. Like I said, the one tight end, Landon Coffey, he was a sophomore. I got to give him credit. I'm glad. Number 86, he's out there on special team now. He was getting ready to block a guy, but it would have been in the back, and he just stopped. And that's good thinking and good coaching from the coaching side.
So Clemens now again has the ball teed up at the 40-yard line. He's going to line drive, kick this one. That's going to go out of bounds. This will give Alliance good field position with the football. As a former returner yourself, I know that had to make you smile that way that return was set up.
I mean, when you have a funnel like that, and all you got to do is put that foot in the ground, make one move, and get to that funnel, that's just all speed and your looseness like after that. That's what Jeremiah Thomas did there. That is lovely. I love it.
So ball goes to the 35-yard line with the kick out of bounds. We've got 26 seconds to play here in the half.
Not until after I stopped playing did I see how dangerous kick returns and punt returns was and wonder why I was doing that. But I didn't think about it when I was playing.
Dropping the throw. Going to take the shot down the sidelines. Incomplete. Jackson looking for Cash Brisker. That'll fall incomplete. It's 2nd and 10, 21 seconds to go in the half.
Brings up 2nd down and 10.
Again, coming up at halftime, the PAC report with Commissioner Joanne Derko. A look at the first half scoring recap and Michael Rickards' unofficial stats for us. And we'll look at scores around the valley on the Discount Power Sports scoreboard. Hawkins, the tailback, will go in motion. Jackson looked to go to him. Now he'll get across the 40. He'll slow things down at about the 45-yard line and a late flag at the end of the play.
Yeah, that's a holding out there on the perimeter. And they could have called one earlier in the line play, but they missed that one. But that one was out in front, as you can see it on the perimeter there. And
so that holding foul is going to back things up for Alliance. All the way back to the 36-yard line.
Get a spot foul there, so probably get one more play in right here.
14 seconds to go in the half. Alliance looks like they're going to be content to take a knee and go into the locker room. That is what J.R. Jackson does, and we've come to the end of the first half here tonight in Beloit. Our score at the break, it is West Branch 34 and Alliance 14 on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 234-254-8532.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier. Then make sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC. Find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Let me welcome you back to Beloit in the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week. A little bit of a delay as our officials now exiting the field off to our right. And as we do every Friday night, courtesy of the President's Athletic Conference, let's get the Week 6 report with Commissioner Joanne Derko.
Marching band. Tonight's show's title.
Welcome to the PAC Football Report for October 11th, 2025. I'm Joe Underko. This week we will take a quick look back at last week's football action in the President's Athletic Conference, while also previewing Week 6 contests this Saturday. Week 5 proved to be clarifying in the race for the 2025 PAC title, as only two teams remain unbeaten in league play and are matched up this weekend. W&J and Westminster are both 2-0 in the PAC, with the Presidents posting a 70-13 road blowout at Hiram, while the Titans blanked Bethany at home 52-0. Grove City handed Geneva its first league loss with a 22-9 road victory, while Allegheny did the same at Waynesburg, winning 21-11. Finally, Case Western Reserve rolled to a 42-14 road decision at St. Vincent. Teal had the weekend off. Offensive PAC Player of the Week laurels in Week 5 went to W&J senior running back Kobe DeRosa, who posted 4 touchdowns, 3 on the ground and 1 receiving, at Hiram. Defensive recognition went to Grove City junior linebacker Ben Bladel, with a school record 4 QB sacks at Geneva. Special teams honors went to Case Western Reserve freshman punter Nick Delfow, who averaged 41 yards per punt at St. Vincent. Newcomer of the week was Allegheny freshman quarterback Nick Barker, with 173 passing yards and 3 TDs at Waynesburg. The headline contest in Week 6 features 3-1 Westminster at 2-2 Washington and Jefferson for the President's homecoming game at Cameron Stadium in Washington at 2 p.m. W&J has dominated the all-time series 40-6, including a 21-14 win in New Wilmington a year ago. The winner will have sole possession of first place in the conference at 3-0 with 5 weeks to play. Veteran W&J head coach Mike Sirianni talks about where the season turned around for his squad.
Well, usually people don't like a bye week that early in the season, but I think that bye week hit us at a perfect time. So we kind of just reset the season, refocused, told them all their goals were still there. Okay, we just, we're starting the season 0-0 in conference play. So bye week came at a perfect time for us.
After playing 4 of their first 5 games on the road, 2-2-1 Case Western Reserve returns home to DeSanto Field in Cleveland for a 4:30 p.m. homecoming kickoff against 2-2 Allegheny. It's the 32nd all-time meeting in a series that Allegheny leads 20-11. However, the Spartans have won the last 5 meetings, including a 58-14 final in Meadville last season. Longtime Spartan head coach Greg Debelak previews the matchup against the Gators.
They're a well-coached team on both sides of the ball. I see a defensively much more aggressive and attacking group than last year. They had so many things go wrong last year, and that staff has done a great job just righting the ship and getting their guys to play fast.
The lone night game on the calendar has Bethany in search of its first win of the season as the 0-4 Bison host 1-4 St. Vincent at Bison Stadium in West Virginia at 7 p.m. The teams are meeting for the 21st time, with Bethany leading the series 14-6 all-time, including a 21-13 victory in Latrobe in 2024. Bison head coach Brandon Robinson talks about hosting a night game for the first time at Bethany.
In past years, our night games have been away, so it's been kind of nice. You get to travel, and that fills up your time pretty good. But being a home game, this is my first home game here at Bethany that's a night game. I'm sure it will feel like a long day. I'm sure it will. But the reason that we wanted to do is we wanted to have some excitement, in the evening, playing with the lights, and thought it would be fun for the guys. So I'm looking forward to that.
In other Week 6 conference contests, 2-2 Grove City hosts 2-3 Waynesburg for the Wolverines' annual homecoming contest at Thorne Field in Grove City at 2 p.m. It's the 61st all-time matchup between the Presbyterian rivals dating back to 1903. Grove City has won the last 6 meetings, with the last Yellow Jacket win in the series being a 14-10 final in 2016. Finally, 2-3 Geneva travels north to Greenville to face 0-4 Teal in a 12 noon kickoff at Alumni Stadium in Greenville. The teams have met 48 times in a series which started in 1899. The Golden Tornadoes have won the past 9 meetings, including a 21-6 final in Beaver Falls last year. Hiram has the weekend off. That's all for this edition of the PAC Football Report. Log on to the conference website at www.pacathletics.org all season long for the latest news, scores, statistics, and other league information. You can also follow us on social media via X, Facebook, and Instagram. Links are available at the PAC website. I'm Joe Underko. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you at the stadium.
Thank you very much, Joe, for the Week 6 PAC report. As mentioned earlier, it'll be Waynesburg and Grove City for the homecoming game. You can hear that game on Western Reserve Radio 2 and the Wolverine Sports Network. I'll be joined by Jim Craven for the call of that one, and we'll go on the air around 1:10 with the Andrew DiDonato Show, and kickoff is at 2 o'clock. It is halftime here at the home of the West Branch Warriors, and they have a 34-14 lead over the Alliance Aviators. First half unofficial numbers for the Aviators, Dave. J.R. Jackson, their leading rusher, 6 carries for 27 yards. Raven Hawkins has 4 carries for 6 yards. Jackson through the air, 9 of 16 for 104 yards. He has a pair of touchdowns and a pair of interceptions. Leading receivers, Jaron Blair, 3 for 34. Cash Brisker has 2 catches for 25 and a touchdown. Cam Burton, 1 reception for 22 yards and a touchdown. For West Branch, Grady Hurst, 14 of 20, 227, 2 touchdowns and 1 interception unofficially in the first half.
Yeah, he did a great job of just looking over that defense and finding his reads and getting the ball to who he needs to get it to.
Hurst, the leading rusher, has 39 yards on the ground and a touchdown. Marshall's carried 4 times for 20. Thomas, 2 for 12 and a score. And Edwards has 1 carry for 4 yards. Leading receiver in the game, it is the Teal verbal commit, Gavin Gregory. 4 receptions for 74 yards. Grady Close has 1 for 67. Black has 2 catches for 24 yards and a touchdown. Sainer has 2 catches for 16 yards and a touchdown. Those numbers add up to a 34-14 lead for West Branch here at the half. We'll take our second break, come back, recap the first half scoring. That's next here on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today. Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 234-254-8532. Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and CityView Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley. Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit TAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team, pride, Cobras. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Halftime here on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240 with a 34-14 lead for West Branch at the half. And you can hear in the brand new crowd mic that we added to the equipment today. Look at the West Branch marching band in the background. Looking at the first half scoring, 10:45 in the opening quarter. It was Grady Hurst to Seymour. A 10-yard touchdown pass. Gavin Clemens extra point made it 7-0 in favor of West Branch. 5:30 to play in that first quarter. It was Hurst from 2 yards out. The extra point by Clemens made it 14-0 in favor of West Branch. And then it was Jeremiah Thomas at 1:30 to go in the opening quarter. His 7-yard touchdown run made it 20-0. A bad snap. The try was no good, 20-0 after the opening quarter. Alliance got themselves on the board. It was Jackson to Cash Brisker, a 22-yard pass. The extra point by Fisk was good, 20-7. And then Hurst hit Lucas Black on a 7-yard touchdown pass. And the extra point made it 27-7 in favor of West Branch. And then it was Alliance at the 3:48 mark as Jackson hit a Brisker from 22 yards out. The extra point made it 27-14. And then with just 26 seconds to go in the half, Dave, it was a 70-yard punt return by Jeremiah Thomas, leading us to our score of 34-14 here at the break.
That was very big right there. And that punt return, it was set up perfectly. The lane was there for him, and he took it down that lane and right into the end zone. And, you know, if you're a Lions, you've got to be aware of the situation and everything. And, when you see the setup, you can see whether they're going to be coming after you. If you don't see that, that's an automatic setup to stop the return. And, boy, they had nothing ready for him on that one. And they were able to bring that back. And that was a big one because without that score, we're looking at 27-14 14 halftime. That's not bad to come out of there with that. Now you're coming out with a 20-point deficit, and it's an uphill battle from there.
And you were really impressed by the way they set that return up as well.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, because you could see it. You could see the guys come down, and the way they lined up, they were looking for a return left. They had the lane set up for them. Just the blocks had to be perfect. And I'll keep saying it all I can is Landon Coffey, just a sophomore. He's a wide receiver. Made one of the smartest moves. He was getting ready to make a block. And all of a sudden, just put his hands behind his back as he was getting ready to make it. Once you see that name plate on the back, don't hit him. And that's exactly what he did, or that punt would have been brought back.
That is a family of good football players that have spent a lot of time over the years playing for West Branch. Time for the scoreboard, brought to you by Discount Power Sports, your go-to store for discount ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bikes, and more. You can visit them at 778 North Main Street in Hubbard, or give them a call at 330-717-4441. At the half, Dave, it is Austintown Fitch on top of Erie McDowell, 14-6. That a little closer than I imagined earlier.
Yeah, absolutely it is.
Third quarter, Boardman pulling away from Howland, 28-0. Second quarter, Brookfield 22, Southeast 13. Halftime, Cheney with a 7-0 lead over University School in that matchup. Crestview looking to go to 8-0. They lead Champion at 40-0 at the half. A game we've been following all night long. It's over on AM 600 WRQX or 600WRQX.com. Jim Craven, the coach Bob Gessler. They've got a great one. Girard and Poland tied at 14 at the break.
Yeah, that game right there, we knew that'd be all you would want in a high school football game.
Hubbard with a 35-0 halftime lead over Lakeview. Liberty and LeBray, that is a rivalry that goes back a long time. Liberty 20, LeBray 14, approaching halftime. Also approaching halftime, McDonald looking to go to 8-0, a 40-0 lead over the Camel Memorial Red Devils.
Boy.
The other action tonight, South Range, a 43-0 lead over Niles at halftime. Lisbon 42, Southern 7. Let me get you the latest update that we just received on Springfield and Mineral Ridge. That is 12-7. Springfield leading Mineral Ridge as they play in the third quarter.
Yeah, that's two scores right away. As there was 6-0 and 7-6 Mineral Ridge, and they come right back Springfield to take the lead once again.
East leading Struthers 8-6. That game is at halftime. And those are all of the updates we have for you right now on the Discount Power Sports scoreboard. We are going to step aside for a break. Halftime, it is West Branch 34, Alliance 14 on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit TAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team, pride, Cobras.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Western Reserve Radio is the Valley's online source for sports talk and local live events. Tune in and be a part of their live weekly shows, as well as all of the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey, high school football, and the GDFL. Find them at westernreserveradio.com. Tune in and the Live 365 app to be a part of the area's sports conversation. Be sure to visit them on Facebook at Western Reserve Radio and on Twitter at WR_radio.
Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
And we welcome you back here to Beloit, home of the West Branch Warriors, who are leading this matchup in the Northeast Buckeye Conference, 34-14 here at the break. Dave, the winner of this game is going to take a commanding lead for the conference championship with just 2 weeks left in the regular season.
Yeah, for sure, and that's how big this game was. West Branch came right out and attacked, and that's what you do. You at home, the crowd behind you. You want to get on top first and try to get that stranglehold, and that's what they did in that first quarter, getting 20 points right off the bat.
It's been a fantastic night here tonight at the home of the West Branch Warriors for this Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week. Now, we start things off from the Alliance perspective of things. They started to figure things out offensively, how to attack West Branch in that second quarter.
Yeah, they did, because we've seen a little bit more offensive display by Alliance, and that's what made this very interesting. When they got that ball back and was seeing that they had an opportunity, it was 20-7 at that time. They intercepted the ball, and we thought, okay, this could be something, because they get in here, they can get this thing down to 6 points. And they, in turn to get an interception. And then West Branch goes and gets the score and puts them up 27-7. That was big there. And then you figure that play, and then right before the half here with the punt returns, those were key in where they got distance in between those two teams. So we're going to see if the Lions can come out here and get some different defensive strategies and still continue with their offense, starting to move the ball.
When you look at things from the West Branch perspective, they've been able to do a little bit of everything, but the running game has almost exclusively come from Grady Hurst.
Yeah, and it's on broken plays, and it's what they do. See, they spread the field, and if they get enough guys in the routes, in their route trees, once Hurst gets to the outside or anything like that, big problem even trying to get a hand on him. He's got a lot of quickness, and he got some power too.
We're going to take a bonus 2-minute wild card timeout, and we will come back with the beginning of the third quarter here on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today. Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley. Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join the brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit PAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team Pride Cobras. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
We are back here at the home of the West Branch Warriors. Mark Means, Dave Clark, Michael Rickard, producer extraordinaire, Matthew Craven, back at the iMedia Studios working on the fly for us, and we appreciate his efforts tonight. We're just a few seconds from getting this third quarter underway on another beautiful night, but probably our chilliest we've had so far.
Yeah, it probably was. But you know what? It feels so, it's still nice where it's that nice heater behind
I was going to say, it's nice to have a heater right behind us in the booth tonight as well.
Because you can feel the cool breeze coming here, but it's not affecting us. I mean, because of the heating that's in here, it's a very good night for football, though. If you're a player out there, this is the kind of weather you love playing right here.
The second half kickoff is brought to you, as it has been all season long, by the Village Tavern. For nearly 100 years, the Village Tavern is one of the area's favorite local spots for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Located at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard and online at villagetavern3.com.
Well, Mark, that's why I was so big at that punt return, because, see, they get in the second half kickoff. And if they could have stopped that, you'd have been in a closer game at this time.
So we are set for the third quarter kickoff here tonight. High and over and fielded inside the 5. Brought back across the 10, outside 15 to the 20. Turns the corner and gets down to about the 26-yard line. And that'll be where the Alliance Aviators start this third quarter, left to right for head coach Tim Goodman.
See what kind of offensive strategy come up with this half. They were looking pretty good in that second quarter of moving the football. Let's see if they can continue that.
Alliance opens up with twins to the right and left. J.R. Jackson alone in the backfield. Drops the throw. Pressure. He's going to take the football and run. And Jackson's going to go out of bounds shy of the 30-yard line. So he'll have a short pickup, couple of yards, brings up a 2nd down and 8 for the Aviators.
Yeah, there. Got a couple of yards on that play. Couldn't find any receivers there. And they coming out with these splits of trying to spread the team out.
Jackson takes the snap and then try to avoid the rush, and he is tripped up and dropped in the backfield at the 24-yard line. This will bring up a 3rd down and long.
Yeah, great play by Jeremiah Thomas. Read the outside. He had no receivers to his side, so once he seen that, he took off to the backfield, made a great play in the backfield.
Discount Power Sports scoreboard, Mineral Ridge now trailing 19-7 against Springfield in the third quarter. Big 3rd down now coming up for Alliance. Jackson drops to throw. Standing in the pocket, fires downfield, man open, first down across the 40, 45, 50, 45 and out of bounds in West Branch territory. Cam Burton with a big 3rd down conversion for the Aviators.
Yeah, that was right there. He was able to grab that and get upfield there and be able to pick up that 1st down. And I tell you, Jackson put that on the line, didn't he? Because he put that right in there.
Down to the West Branch 46-yard line. Big 3rd down conversion. 4 receivers to the right. Jackson alone. Looking that way. Has a hole up the middle. And he'll slide down across the 40.
Quarterback keeper slides down.
So he'll pick up 6 yards on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
Boy, coming out quick like that, picking up yardage like that is very important too. Now they make, like I always say, they open the playbook then when you can have 2nd and 4. There's a lot of different things you can do on 2nd and 4.
Put 2 receivers to the left, but a fullback wing to the left side, single receiver to the right. They're going to run this with Hawkins. Big hole across the 30, 25, dragging tacklers down to the 21-yard line. Another first down for the Aviators.
Boy, big opening there, and he showed his speed to get up inside and get out, get that pick up there. And they're moving the football.
Hawkins, 5'6", 165, but a threat in the open field.
Yeah, no question about that. You can see that he has that type of speed.
1st and 10 from the West Branch 21-yard line. Big drive to start this third quarter for Alliance, going left to right. Going to give it to Hawkins again. Slips through a little bit of a hole and got down to about the 18-yard line. That's a pickup of close to 5 on first down.
Yeah, I tell you, for a guy his size, he's got a little bit of strength in there when he's running up inside. Kind of surprising to me.
Be 2nd down, 7.
So they'll call it 2nd down, 7. Trips to the right. Wing to the left. That's the fullback, Brody Fast. Jackson takes the snap. Will run to the short side. Hesitates, and he's going to get probably 2 more. And this is now 3rd down and 5 for Alliance.
Yeah, they're probably in 4-down territory. I would think there's nothing but you got to go for it if you don't pick it up on this 3rd down. You know, I'm surprised, Mark. They haven't used Tajay, number 2 there, Nicholson, 6'3", and his size differential, and try to get some of the balls to him.
So 3rd down, 6. Jackson rolling out, looking downfield. Now he's going to run with it inside the 10 and goes out of bounds near the 8-yard line. That is a 1st and goal for Alliance.
And he's smart by putting that ball up, showing that he can still throw it. And then when they see the threat of him throwing it, they can't just come up there, you know, all wild. They got to stay back a little bit in case he tries it. So he was able to pick up that 1st down. Smart on his part.
So it is going to bring up a 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Big opening possession by the Aviators. They've taken this drive right downfield, converting a couple of critical 3rd downs. Bring it on a receiver a little late to the left. Jackson sets up the screen to the outside. Can't make the man miss, and he's dropped back at the 10-yard line for a loss of 1.
Yeah, he's trying to see if he can use his quickness, but he was right to him. Good speed by Lucas Black, getting on the outside on the flanks and being able to put him right down. He actually lost about a yard.
So 2nd and goal back at the 11-yard line. 7:45 to play here in the 3rd. 34-14 West Branch.
And even though this game is, I'm sorry there, Mark, even though this game is, the score is still a very competitive football game.
And this has been a fun game tonight.
Yes.
Trips to the right. Jackson looking to run again. He's going to be bottled up, and he's going to be pushed back again to about the 10-yard line. They may give him 1, but it's 3rd and goal from back at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, I don't think he get anything.
4-down territory here,
Yeah,
down by 20.
I think it is. I mean, you could kick a field goal, but that still puts you in a 3-possession game. So, I mean, that's where you're at right now, so you might as well just go for it.
It'll be it'll be 2 receivers and a wing to the left, 2 to the right side. Jackson to throw. Time. End zone on a rope, but he couldn't hold on to it. That was a dart from Jackson.
Great play also, though, by Jeremiah Thomas once again. Just get that hand in there.
Intended for Cam Burton. Pretty close on.
Looking for Burton, and the pass falls incomplete. It's 4th and 10, and the offense will stay on the field. Alliance breaks the huddle. They'll come to the line. 1 receiver on the numbers to the right, 2 to the left side. Jackson rolling to the wide side. Looking, Firing end zone. Touchdown, Alliance.
Boy,
he held on with the dive.
Did he drill that thing there? Because he's running away from it, so he had to come across his body and make that throw. And I mean, he had something on it to get it in there.
Jaron Blair, Dave, on the touchdown from 10 yards out.
I think you have no other choice but to catch it, or you're going to get, it might drill you right through your chest.
That was a rocket from J.R. Jackson. Fisk on for the extra point. Snap and hold are good, and the extra point is up and good. 6:41 to play, third. West Branch 34, Alliance 21 on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit TAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team, pride, Cobras. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Right back here to West Branch, a big opening drive for the Aviators, cutting this lead down to 13, and that missed extra point could become critical.
Yeah, you're absolutely right on that.
Here's the Village Tavern kickoff, onside attempt covered up at midfield. Who fell on that football? That was Landon Coffey, 86, I believe, who fell on that loose football. Yeah, gives West Branch the ball right near midfield.
Yeah, you know, here I am again, the guy, hindsight as they say, but I definitely wouldn't have kicked the onside kick in after I had a successful drive like that. I'm going to put the onus on my defense to make them drive the length if possible.
West Branch will have it at midfield. Trips to the right, twins to the left side. Hurst alone in the backfield. Claps, takes the snap. It's the quick out, pass caught across the 45 and down near the 42-yard line. And reception is Drake Strafler, as he's added to his reception totals for the evening. Give him 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Yeah, I'm just surprised they're laying back in that zone, and it's leaving a lot of stuff open.
Marshall now the tailback with trips to the right, single receiver left side. Marshall, Hurst going to follow him up the middle, across the 30, down to the 29-yard line, and a first down for West Branch.
A lot of room to run on that right side. The line did an excellent job of getting that open for him.
You are listening to Sports Radio 1240, WBBW Youngstown, a Cumulus media station, Western Reserve Radio 2, part of the iMedia 1 network as we approach 9 o'clock. Hurst, time in the pocket. Now it'll collapse. He'll take off and dive down to the 21-yard line. Give him 8 on that first down run for the junior quarterback.
Yeah, I tell you that the pass rushers are a little hesitant of going in, and you know, you just got to go all out and go get him, because this guy will make you pay if you don't.
2nd and 2. Give the ball to Edwards. Edwards will plow straight ahead. He'll have the first down to the 17-yard line. West Branch trying to get that lead back to what it was. It's now at 13 at 34-21. Play clock rolling down, now approaching 20 seconds. 2 receivers go to the right side. Running back to the right is Edwards. Now we had 2 men in motion at the same time, and that'll cost West Branch 5 and make it 1st and 15. .440 clock rolling here in what's been a fast-moving third quarter. West Branch going to reset now. But a single receiver, that's Jeremiah Thomas to the right and trips to the left with
room on the right side, Mark.
Gregory in the slot. They're going to run it with Hurst. And Hurst is going to be down to the 14-yard line.
Boy, I'm sorry about that. That just got me excited. I mean, I've seen all that room to the right side. I don't know what type of defense they're playing, but you're giving up 5 yards at least.
2nd and 8 now for West Branch. Hurst claps, works the hard count, now turns to the sidelines. Play coming in from the near sidelines. Play clock down to 15. 3:48 clock rolling here in the third. Hurst takes the pistol snap. He's going to run with it.
Oh, that's good hard running.
And he's going to drive down to the 11-yard line. He was slowed down initially by the front of that Alliance defense, but kept the feet churning.
You are absolutely right, Mark, because he was grabbed and stopped his momentum a little bit around the 13-yard line, and he got them down to about the 11, close to the 10-yard line.
Edwards will check out of the backfield. They'll bring in an extra wide receiver. It's 3rd down, long 3 to go. Trips to the right. Gregory is a tight end wing, double tight end stacked wing to the left side. Hurst puts a man in motion. They fake the jet sweep, drop it a throw. That's not Hurst. That's looking for Gregory. That was Jeremiah Thomas.
Oh, great. That was a nice throw by Thomas. Nice throw. Is one that he should have pulled in. No question.
You could just see the body language of Gavin Gregory. Thought he should have pulled that one in. It's 4th down and 3.
Yeah, he definitely should have caught that ball. He's limping a lot. Ever since that foot injury early in this first half, trying to extend out for that ball, he might have just aggravated a little bit on that play.
So trips to the right side. They'll again work with the double stack tight ends to the left. Thomas is the quarterback.
Smart play. Try to get him offside. Maybe they'll kick the field goal here.
Now they'll take the timeout. So will we. 2:55 to play in the third. West Branch 34, Alliance 21 on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
2:55 to play here in the third quarter on the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week. West Branch going to use that timeout, and they've got a decision to make here, Dave, on 4th down and a long 3.
Yes, they do, and kind of see what we see here. Oh, look like they're going for this. This is big. This is big. Both teams.
Marshall, the tailback. Twins to each side.
We got that weakness again on the right side.
Man in motion. Hurst rolling that way. Now looking to throw back. Avoids the rush. Keeps the eyes downfield. Nobody's open. He'll fire across his body, and that passes.
He could have ran for the first downs, no question. He probably thought he could get that there, but he did such a great job of eluding the pass rushers. There was nothing there. I believe he could have picked up that first down.
Dave, that was probably one of the longest plays from scrimmage all night long. How did the secondary stay so glued to stop that play?
Yeah, I don't know, because they started scrambling, and it's always tough that when the receivers get in a scramble to be there. And you usually find somebody, but he wasn't unable to find it. I'm really surprised he didn't run, because he's an aggressive guy we've seen tonight. I thought he would have ran for that first down.
So 1st and 10, big stop on 4th down for Alliance. Coach Goodman brings the offense out to run with Jackson. Looking for a block, and not much there. And had a player dive in a little late, but no flag this time.
They didn't do it this time. That's similar to what I seen in that first half. Didn't make that call this time. They allowed it to go. But they got to be careful. They got to be careful, especially when it's the quarterback running with the ball.
2 minutes, 17 seconds to play in this third quarter. 34-21 West Branch. Second and 7 for Alliance. Jackson takes the snap.
Oh, they would have threw the ball.
Gave it to his running back, who's still on his feet across the 20. That's a great effort and close to, and it's going to be an Alliance first down. That was Tajang Nicholson running all over for the first down.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I thought he was definitely going to be dropped back there. I didn't say a word, and I thought he was going down around the 7-yard line.
And in a play like that, a hold is typical, but well blocked by Alliance.
Yeah, and the thing about it, now they may come back to that play later, because Jackson, once he flipped the ball and came out and ran down that almost like a wheel route, wide open down the sideline.
4 receivers to the left. They set up the tunnel screen. Receiver makes the catch. This one is blocked well across the 30. Man, just about 2 yards shy. Now we got a late flag that came in. That went all the way to the Alliance bench. That was thrown at the hashes, Dave, and into the bench.
Boy, that strong arm there.
We have a new leader for longest flag toss of this season. So we will have a meeting of our officials at the 35-yard line.
And that's
now we got another flag.
And that's undisciplined on the coach, too. I understand the frustration, but you take the one penalty and just deal with it. Now this probably will be 30 yards and penalties and really set your team back.
So we'll have to sort this one out. You're going to probably have a live and dead ball penalty.
Yep.
So we'll get the series of calls. So we've got personal foul on the defense, and then a sideline warning. So lucky for the coaching staff of the Aviators that is just a warning.
Yeah.
And the next one will then be the penalty.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is still going to put them way behind the chains after the penalty.
Yeah, I mean, your team is moving. You don't need any extracurricular, and it was definitely some extracurricular over there on the boundary. And you can't have any kind of mental mistakes like that if you're trying to move the football.
So they have backed this football all the way up to the 16-yard line. So Alliance needs to get to the 33 for a first down.
Yeah.
So on what is a big drive for the Aviators, trailing it by 13 with 80 seconds remaining here in the third.
Second down now.
So second down and long. Alliance going to break the huddle. 15 seconds on the play clock. Going to put twins to each side and Jackson alone in the backfield. Deep drop. Stepping up. Looking to run. Now he'll throw the football. Pass caught to the 30.
He's close.
And spinning close to a first down.
That's a great pickup to get that much back on that play. An excellent job of putting a blitz on it by West Branch, but he still wasn't able. I can't believe he ran up inside. And I thought he was going to run the football, but he was steady looking downfield to make that throw.
That's Cash Brisker, the junior, with the reception. And the down marker says first, and
must have had enough to get it.
They were going to give him the first down as they got the penalty yards plus what they needed. And that is a big conversion.
Yes, it was.
We're down to 15 seconds to play in this third quarter. Single receivers to each side. They will run it with Hawkins, but a procedure penalty with 8 seconds to go in the quarter is going to cost Alliance 5 more yards.
Yeah, I tell you, we done had a lot of procedure penalties tonight on both sides. You was thinking the same thing.
Exactly. When you work together for 6 years, you even think the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know how many we done seen tonight. Well, we should have been kicking count because I'm sure they may be in the double digits.
That's the problem for both teams.
Yeah, for both teams.
And they're not able to get the play off. And we have come to the end of the third quarter. After 3, West Branch 34, Alliance 21, the Lena's Pierogi House. Fourth quarter is next here on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit TAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team, pride, Cobras. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Rolling around, looking to throw. Now he'll take off, and he will get out of bounds. And they'll spot him right about the 35-yard line. We'll have to look for the spot now. They'll spot him at the 36-yard line.
Second down and 7.
So gain of 3 brings up a second down and 7. Play clock at 20 as the Aviators break the huddle and come to the line. They'll put 2 receivers to each side of the formation. It's Jackson and Hawkins in the backfield. Give it to Hawkins on a delay across the 40 and down near the 42-yard line. Good second effort. Picked up a couple of extra yards there, Dave.
Yeah, he sure did after the contact. And that's got him within, a yard and a half of the first down.
So it is third down and 1 with 11 minutes and 28 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. And a 13-point ball game, 34-21, West Branch.
Yeah, Lions don't overthink. If you're trying to get this first down and keep this drive going, you don't try to do too much passing.
Big tight end Alex Hartman is in. They're going to follow the quarterback right up the middle for a first down to the 44-yard line. J.R. Jackson at 6'1", 170. That time he really attacked the middle of the defense.
Yeah, they sure did on that one.
First down to the 44-yard line. West Branch crowd in front of us trying to inspire this defense for the Warriors. Hartman, the tight end, moves on a wing to the right side. Jackson throwing that way, ball tipped and then almost caught at the 42-yard line. Diving to get a handle of that ball was Tajay Nicholson, and it's second down and 10.
Yeah, that pass was almost picked. If they really doing a lot of coaching over there, they got to notice any quick passes they have tried has either been tipped or intercepted tonight, and they gotta get away from doing those.
So it is second and a 10 from the 44-yard line. Alliance right to left here in the fourth. Jackson to throw, rolling outside, dumps the ball out of the flat. Receiver makes a catch, 50, 45 and down to the 43-yard line. Looked like a bit of a broken play, but almost a Sandlot play where he flipped it out to him, and as soon as the other receiver realized that, he blocked down upfield.
Right, and you know what I've noticed tonight, Mark? Both quarterbacks, you know, at the beginning of the game, you gave their statistics. I see why their statistics is that good. These guys keep their eyes downfield at all times, even though they're scrambling around looking for places to get somebody open. They do an excellent job.
1st and 10, Alliance from the 44. J.R. Jackson, deep shot, man out there, caught inside the 5-yard line. That's Tajay Nicholson.
Oh, my.
1st and goal, Aviators.
And I just talked about that earlier, about that 6'3" frame. Why don't you get that ball up and allow him to use that, go up, and he definitely wouldn't snag that ball.
So they're going to spot the football at the 5-yard line. Single receivers each side of the formation, tight end wing to the right. Jackson looking to throw, now decides to run. He'll just head into the pile for a couple of yards down near the 2-yard line where it's 2nd and goal.
Boy.
Zach Coffey in on the slot for the Warriors.
So this will bring up now a 2nd and goal from the 3. We approach 9 minutes to play, 34-21 West Branch.
Whoa.
Got a new quarterback in there, bobbled the snap, and
boy, that was a high snap.
That's Caden Sanders, the backup, the junior, who took that snap.
Yeah, that right there was a dangerous one because that ball was so high. Great way to snag it one-handed and get that, but that could have been disastrous.
Jackson is 6'1". Sanders is 5'9".
Yeah, that's the difference.
Looks like Sanders will stay in there. Takes the snap, looking to run. Bounces it to the edge and walks into the end zone for a 3-yard touchdown for the Aviators. And we've got ourselves a ball game here in the 4th quarter. So Caden Sanders, the junior, good vision, Dave, to bounce it and then clear sailing into the end zone.
Not only that, did he bounce it, he was so patient. I thought he was actually going to be caught from behind because he was taking, but he knew exactly what he was doing, and he got into the end zone.
Extra point on the way, and good. 8:19 to play in this one. It is West Branch 34, Alliance 28. We will keep it here to tell you that tonight's 4th quarter is brought to you by Lena's Pierogi House. They're home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Visit Lena's Pierogi House on Facebook to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Or you can call Lena's Pierogi House at 234-254-8532. And sometimes you can even go to Lena's and not bring your friends.
Yeah. Certain guys do that, and that's unbelievable.
I don't know who that was, though. I
I'll find out. I'm going to search it out.
You know what?
Find out.
You know why I can't remember? Because it's a long walk from Beloit to Niles.
Oh, yeah.
That is why I can't remember.
Well, you know what? He should get started now walking.
No, I meant me.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Right.
Well, we're going to take his car.
That's all you. It is officially week 8 of the high school football season.
Boy, I can see him now. He went to Lena's, and I just know he was just rubbing that stomach.
I didn't even tell you the worst part about it. He sent me a picture of the pierogies.
That is really blatant. I'm going to throw a flag on that one. You can't be sending
You call that unsportsmanlike?
Yeah, that's unsportsmanlike. That's out of the game. He's out.
Oh. So this kickoff is going to be a low bouncer fielded at the 18 across the 20, 25-30.
He's dangerous.
35, and that is Jeremiah Thomas, who is a dangerous returner.
Yes, he is.
Burton on the stop, along with Brody Fast. West Branch will start first.
So West Branch needs to respond here offensively.
Yeah, they got to get it going now and put that pressure right back on the line.
So Hurst will bring the team to the line. And before the snap of the football,
there it is, our
another
favorite
procedure penalty will cost them 5. And you can really hear the Aviator faithful across the way that have really packed the visiting stands.
Yes, they have. Now, I got to give it to them for a team. They came out and supported their team there. And that's where we have a nice full house here tonight. Definitely.
So it is 1st and 15 for Grady Thomas. 2-step drop. Going to roll to the wide side. Now he's going to run. And he'll cross the 40 and try to dive forward for some extra yards. So he gets the penalty plus about 4.
Yep. Only 5 yards away, so he's nice pickup there. That's the thing about him and Jackson. They can get the ball and make some things happen with their legs.
Trips short side to the right. They will turn, give the ball to the freshman Gavin Marshall. Marshall will get 2, and it's going to be 3rd down and a long 3.
Not surprised he even got that because he was already stumbling when he got the handoff. But you know what? He was able to keep his balance enough to get those couple yards.
Two receivers go to the right, one to the left. We saw Gavin Gregory have a big first half, but then got a little banged up, and he's been out there, but they haven't been able to find him here in the second half. Hurst takes the snap, fakes it to his tailback, going to blast right up the middle, and he'll have the first down to the Alliance 49-yard line. A big 3rd down conversion for West Branch.
Oh, that was absolutely big, and he was determined to get it. And you seen it his get off when he made that decision to run it. He ran with full speed.
7 minutes to play on the Linus Pierogi House 4th quarter clock. Thomas going to go to the left. He'll be in the slot to the left. Gregory on a wing to the right side, one receiver to the right. Thomas comes in motion. And
my goodness.
All kinds of movement. Here comes another flag.
Oh, I know for a fact we're in double digits in procedure calls tonight. This is unbelievable on both sides.
And Dave, not something you would expect to see in week 8.
No, that's what I'm saying. This would drive a coach nuts that you have this happening this late in the season and this consistently.
So we got 12 total illegal procedure penalties, we are told, in the game combined.
I figured. I mean, it's unbelievable what we've seen tonight.
Now we've got some confusion in the format of the formation for West Branch. Play clock at 5. Hurst takes the snap, gives the ball to Thomas.
Oh, good tackle there.
And Thomas tackled in the open field after a gain of 1.
That was a very good tackle there.
He is not easy to bring down in the open field at all.
Yeah, that looked like a Brayon Edwards. That's a tough tackle on a guy like that.
Under 6 minutes now to play here in the 4th quarter. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Hurst takes the snap. He will throw. Fires the out on a diving catch into the West Branch bench. Is going to be a good one for Jeremiah Thomas, the 5'9" senior. It is 3rd down now for West Branch. 3rd and 8. Our biggest 3rd down of the night.
Yes, it is.
So Jacob Weingart going to come to the sidelines. West Branch, some confusion.
This is when they get in problems.
Play clock down to 8 seconds. Thomas is going to be the quarterback. Sends Hurst in motion. Loose ball on the turf. Grady Hurst picks it up, and he's going to be dropped. back at the 38-yard line. It's 4th down. They had both quarterbacks in the backfield, and the loose ball was covered by Hurst.
Oh, my
But
goodness.
a huge loss brings up 4th down and long.
That was big there. Wow. And we've seen a lot of confusion before that play even took place. It was just looked like it was confusion going on the field.
Alliance hustling the man off the field. They had 12 for a moment. Single returner back deep. Hurst the punt. It's Cam Burton, number 6, back to return. No rush. They've got the return on. Burton's going to back away from this one, and it'll roll inside the 25 and down to the 23-yard line. 4:44 to play, 34-28 West Branch. West Branch has a pair of timeouts in their pocket for Coach Cooper. Coach Goodman has all 3 of his, Dave.
Oh, yeah, this is it here. You know, I'm sure West Branch wish they would have just went on and took a timeout, one of those 2 timeouts on that last. This was a very important play to try to get that first down.
We will give you a big Discount Power Sports score after this first play from scrimmage. 4:44 to play in the game. 34-28. They're going to run it on first down with Hawkins. And Hawkins is going to be close to a first down. He'll have 8. It's 2nd and 2.
He had a big opening there. If he gets past that second level, if he got right past that level, that would have been a problem.
It is Girard 21 and Poland 14 in the second half of that one from Arrowhead.
There it is again.
They'll run it again and again, a first down to the 38-yard line.
You get to the second level very quickly now, and that wasn't happening earlier in the ball game.
Four minutes to play in the Linus Pierogi House fourth quarter. J.R. Jackson brings his team to the line. Single receivers to each side. The fullback is a wing. This time Hawkins is dropped in the backfield for a 1-yard loss.
Went to the well. A little too often there. I actually thought that was a good down there to fake it and go on first down and throw a ball.
So no gain on the play, officially 2nd and 10. Clock rolling to 3 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Aviators put 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Jackson gonna roll to the right. Sets, gonna take a shot. Man out there, just off his hands at the 25-yard line. And the receiver down on the field for Alliance at the 25-yard line.
That's Brisker. Laid out for that pass.
Gave it all he could, Dave Cash Brisker. And it's 3rd and 10, but Brisker unable to get up on the far sidelines. 3:10 to play here in the fourth quarter. Both teams will go to their respective sidelines as they tend to the receiver that's down on the field. And Brisker was about 1 stride, Dave, away from taking that all the way.
Yeah, 1 extra stride, that ball drops right in, and then they're off to the races.
You talked about it. We talked about it in pregame. The big numbers that these two quarterbacks have put up on the season, it shows you why they have led both of their teams to respective 6-1 records.
Right. Oh, yeah, there's no question about it. I mean, this should be enjoyable for all the fans to see how good these players are.
Brisker to the far sidelines. It's 3rd down for Alliance. Twins to the right. Twins to the left. It's Jackson and Hawkins in the backfield. Slot receiver goes in motion. Fake to Hawkins. They set up the screen. West Branch read it beautifully and drops the receiver for a big loss. Jaron Blair made the catch, turned up field, and Dave, there were 3 green and black jerseys right there to knock him down.
Yeah, I'm trying to understand that play call because it's 3rd and 11. I'm not throwing the ball in my backfield.
Here's the ball game. One receiver right, trips to the left side. And one of the offensive linemen,
I thought he moved, didn't he? Or
he stood up.
Well, only reason he's lucky, he had his hands on his knees instead of down in his point stance. So
Alliance will use the timeout. They'll have 2 left with 2:40 to play here in tonight's 4th quarter.
For you to grab on your way out. 2 pepperoni rolls for $6 and whole pizzas for $10. Get you some snacks for the ride home.
So, announcing some discounts at the concession stand and suggesting we take some snacks home. And
yes,
I've never been one to turn down snacks. I don't think anybody that knows me knows that. You know what? It has just been a fun night of high school football, Dave. There's no other way to describe it.
yeah, and this is what we thought we would have anyway from the beginning, and it looked like, hey, this game will get out of hand. But no, this has been a great football game.
It's 4th down for the Aviators. Going to put 2 to the right, 2 to the left for J.R. Jackson, the quarterback. Deep drop, time, pressured, tried to flip the ball forward.
And he did.
It's picked up by the running back, and he's going to be about 4 yards short of the first down, maybe even 3, but either way, that is a turnover on downs. West Branch will get the football with 2:28 to play in the 4th, and each team with a pair of timeouts. This is what high school football in Northeast Ohio is all about.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And neither team, nobody has to hang their head because the Lions could have hung their head and been blown out of this game, and they didn't. They kept it to the grindstone and definitely made a game out of this football game. I love it.
So looking for the formation as they check with the sidelines. So looks like Hurst is going to go out as a wide receiver. And it's going to be Jeremiah Thomas at the quarterback spot. And now the play clock was at 1, and West Branch had to use a timeout. Or take our final timeout of regulation. 2:28 to play. West Branch 34, Alliance 28 on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
We've got 2:28 to play in the 4th quarter of the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week. It is 1st and 10 for West Branch, going left to right on the Alliance 45-yard line. Thomas will remain the quarterback, trips to the right. He's going to take the snap. He's going to run with the football. And Thomas will be upended shy of the 40 at the 41-yard line. And that is the second timeout for Alliance with 2:20 to play. So the Aviators will be down to a 1 timeout. West Branch and Coach Cooper down to a single timeout. And Thomas is such a dual threat. It's so difficult for a defense, Dave, when he takes the snap, acts like he's going to run, then that little bit of hesitation makes those linebackers really stop and think for a minute on how they're going to pursue downfield.
Yeah, and he could throw the football, and that I was just thinking, I wouldn't sit here and think, well, they're just going to run the clock out. They may, but I'm sure West Branch has in the back of their head, I'm going to go ahead and score another touchdown and just to put it on the board to show the distance, double-digit win. I will play them straight up.
Trips to the left, tight end to the right. Thomas takes the snap, going to roll to the wide side, gets the edge, has the first down, try to tightrope the sidelines. Flag came in late.
There's something there. I don't know if it was what happened on that over there. Holding. Not only did they go back, but that stops the clock too.
2:12 to play in the fourth quarter.
Holding the ball against the Warriors.
So that holding penalty wipes out the first down run by Jeremiah Thomas. And we'll now set this up as a 2nd down and 9.
Here we go here.
So trips to the right. Got a double wing formation to the right side. Thomas walks up to the center, now drops back pistol formation. Senior calls for the football. Slips through a little bit of a crease, stayed on his feet, dancing to the outside across the 30, slides down inbounds at the 25-yard line. That is a heads-up play by a senior, Dave.
Yeah, that's smart running, get as much as he could, and then fall down so the clock can continue to run. Make them use their timeouts that they got left.
And that's enough for a West Branch Warriors first down.
Chains reset, we wind the clock, under 2 minutes to play.
They're going to have to use those timeouts, but they won't be able to stop this clock but one more time.
I think we're going to put some more time on this clock, though.
Yeah, I think it was at least around 2 minutes, maybe a little before the 2 minutes.
So they will try to get that information passed up here to the press box. And
there was a timeout called by Alliance after the play.
So they gave Alliance the timeout. So we go back to 2 minutes on the clock here in the fourth quarter. Alliance has now used their last timeout.
And all you have to do now is just, you got 4 downs to snap the ball, and you pretty much can just run this out. You don't even have to do anything now. Take the ball back and just go ahead and go down. Take it all the full 25 each time.
This has been a fun one tonight in the Eastern Buckeye Conference. First place at stake in this game. Alliance out of timeouts. West Branch, they've got 1. Ball resting at the 24-yard line. Thomas takes the snap. He'll run to the short side, cuts back inside the 15-yard line. That'll be a good gain on first down. And this clock will continue to run.
And I'm telling you, they may be trying to do other things, but they're going to go ahead and score if they possibly can.
Clock stop at 1:49. One of the West Branch players lost his helmet. He will have to come to the sidelines. See, checking out for West Branch, that is 57. Gavin Hang will come to the sidelines. They'll replace him up front. It is 2nd down and 2 for West Branch. 1 more first down. You can put this one in the win column for West Branch tonight. Clock rolling at 1:15 to go. West Branch going to come to the line with Thomas at the quarterback spot. He'll just take a knee back at the 21-yard line, and we've got a flag that came in after Thomas took the knee.
Yeah.
Dave, he gave himself up, and then there was some contact after that.
Yeah, I didn't see the contact. I seen him go down, but he didn't actually hit him, so I don't know. That one was questionable. Just let the clock run out like it should do anyway.
Penalty stops the clock at 1:05. And penalty will be marked off against Alliance for a personal foul. That puts the ball just outside the 10-yard line.
They might try to go ahead and score, but I don't know. I think he'll kneel down again, and that'll just end it after 2 more kneel downs.
It's been a rough night on the Voice, Dave.
Oh, yeah.
Thomas going to go up under center. Looks like he's going to just take a knee, and he will. 40 seconds on the play clock. We're about 3-second difference. So West Branch is going to have to snap it one more time. This will mark the 6th consecutive win for West Branch over Alliance here tonight. Snap back, one more knee, and this game is over. So the West Branch Warriors improved to 7-1 and 3-0 in Eastern Buckeye Conference play. Alliance, the Aviators, dropped to 6-2 and 2-1 in the EBC. We'll take a timeout, come back, begin the postgame show next here on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC, find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today.
Western Reserve Radio is the Valley's online source for sports talk and local live events. Tune in and be a part of their live weekly shows, as well as all of the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey, high school football, and the GDFL. Find them at westernreserveradio.com. Tune in and the Live 365 app to be a part of the area's sports conversation. Be sure to visit them on Facebook at Western Reserve Radio and on Twitter at WR_radio.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier. Then make sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Well, Dave, Michael points out to us this was a game that West Branch won 34-14 and didn't score a single point in the second half.
Yeah, and I tell you that punt return was vital right before halftime, because you take that away and we have an Aviators win of 28-27. So they came out and actually shut them down and they were able to score 14 points in the second half. But that punt return was big.
Outscoring West Branch, as you said, 14-0 in the second half to record the 34-28 win here tonight. And when we take a look at the unofficial numbers here for tonight, J.R. Jackson, 18 of 28, 225 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. His leading receiver, Jaron Blair, had 7 catches for 94 yards and a touchdown. Cash Brisker, 3 for 41 in the score. Cam Burton had 1 for 21. Jackson, the leading rusher as well, 16 carries, 65 yards. Hawkins also chipping in with 11 rushes for 50 yards. For West Branch tonight, Grady Hurst, 16 of 24 for 242, 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. A big night through the air for the West Branch quarterback.
Yeah, and he did most of that damage in that first half, which was an excellent first half. Second half, they were able to bottle them up a lot better.
Gavin Gregory, the Toledo Verbal, the leading receiver in this game, 4 for 74. Close had 1 for 67. Sainer had 3 for 25 and a touchdown. Black 2 for 24 and a score tonight. Leading rusher Grady Hurst, 13 carries, 69 yards and a touchdown. Jeremiah Thomas, 6 for 46 and a touchdown. And the heads-up play of the game to get the first down late, Dave. Slide down and keep the clock moving.
Yeah, very, very smart. That shows you, and not that any other, sophomore, freshman, anybody can do it, but that just shows you you've tuned into the game. Very smart decision. Not even trying to run it to the end zone. He could have tried to struggle and get in or do whatever. No, just hit the ground and allow that clock to continue to run.
We're going to take our final break in the postgame show. When we come back, we look ahead to the final 2 weeks of the regular season. That's next on the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC, find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 234-254-8532. Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today. Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. Now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
One final time, wrapping things up as the victorious West Branch Warriors in a circle around the midfield logo will now head to the locker room with a 34-28 win here to improve to 7-1. And Alliance gave them all they wanted tonight, Dave.
Yeah, they sure did. I mean, turned us into the game that we thought might get out of hand. But to be able to come back in the second half and throttle down on that defense and be able to, that's explosive West Branch offense, to be able to slow them down and score 14 of your own and really get you a chance to win this game. So I tell you, we enjoyed this one tonight. We finally got one.
Week 9, we hope to be another spectacular game as Cardinal Mooney will take on South Range. That is a lot of computer points at stake for those two teams.
Yes.
Next Friday, we finish up the regular season at Mollenkopf Stadium for Austintown Fitch and Warren Harding. Both of those teams continue to battle for playoff positioning.
Yeah, and I don't know what they got in store for us, but we know what they had in store for us a couple years ago in setting the record for us of 99 points.
In 2023, a 99-point total between those two teams.
That was a heck of a night.
Well, we had quite a bit in Girard and South Range last week, but 99 still stands as our record. Big thank you to everyone here in the press box for West Branch. They do a fantastic job. The production is top-notch, as was the view, the nachos, the pepperoni rolls. It was all a great experience. We thank the athletic staff for that. We thank you for tuning in. A big thank you to Matthew Craven back at the iMedia One Studios in Struthers. For Michael Rickard on the numbers, my partner Dave Clark, as we work into our 7th season next year. Now, we're already thinking about 2026. We will join you next week from North Lima for Cardinal Mooney and South Range. The final tonight, West Branch 34, Alliance 28, and the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week. For Michael and Dave, my name is Mark Means. Have a great weekend, everyone.
We thank you for joining us for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network, and we now return you to your regularly scheduled programming.
Your